This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
Yeah, 1, 2. Princes kneel before you. That's what I said now. Princes, we will tear you. Let's go ahead now. Marry him or marry me. We're the ones that tear you, baby. Can't you see now? Some might not even be royalty. Now let's tear them from 1 to 3. Who's our favorite? Wait and see. Yeah. All right, there we go. One and a half takes.
Where's my hacky sack? I need a hacky sack and maybe like a little knit hat or something like that.
Yeah, a little Jamaican knit hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
That took me back, Kent. That took me back.
I'm so sorry.
Welcome to Baconsale. I'm Joel.
I'm Kent.
And I'm Zack.
We'd like to thank you for listening to our last show, our end of movie preview show.
For the year. Not the end of movies, but the end of the year movie preview.
End of year movie
You
preview.
don't know that.
Actually, it might be.
It might be.
Delayed
movies.
until 7 years from now.
Oh. Well, I think Brian Manson put it best when he said, I'm so starved for new movies, I'm excited to watch almost anything. And I think that's kind of where we are. It's like the quality doesn't have to be great. It's just, I want a movie.
Yeah.
I want something to be excited about.
Yeah.
I got in trouble, though.
You did?
Yeah, I got in trouble on
Your mom
Twitter.
again?
Yeah. No, not this time. But I got similar energy. Rachel Crump said, at Tumbling Mustard, you take back what you said about Top Gun right now, young man.
Because you said it was overrated propaganda.
I said it was bad.
Yeah, he didn't say overrated. He said it was bad. I can understand overrated because it is one of those movies I think you need to kind of live in the moment to watch it.
The soundtrack, Tom Cruise,
Beach volleyball.
Jets.
That is name a better beach volleyball
when
scene
Val
in the
Kilmer
history of cinema.
when he chomps at Tom Cruise.
That's what we're going on. Again, this is like rolls at a steakhouse. Like, really? Come on.
Hey,
The
Texas
rolls
Roadhouse.
are
That's
amazing.
Save it for our roll tearing show.
Oh, I want that. I want that.
Yeah.
Speaking of adult roles, I got more. So we have Mark Peterson who said, it's not a sumo diaper.
Yes,
we were wrong.
we didn't know the term for it. What's the actual term for it, Zach? He says it.
Mawashi? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Make make way.
No, that's not it.
But then I guess apparently Mark Peterson, I don't know. He's a lovely guy. Apparently he used to sumo wrestle and can be seen on Sumo Bruno streaming on Amazon.
Oh,
Wow.
Came out in 2000.
there you go.
Anyway, it was a fun show. Thank
It
you.
was.
Yeah, it was.
Also, speaking of fun, we have some new patrons.
Yeah.
Who do we got?
Marissa and Cam Conover.
Oh,
I hope I said that
hey.
name right.
Yes.
Conover. They are...
Conova.
Oh, man, we're on one.
they are $3 patrons, which means that they now have access to every Bacon bit that we've recorded.
Ever.
Like, we have Bacon bits with a B
Sure.
that are regular episodes, usually movie reviews or shorter episodes that we have that we air for everyone to hear. Bacon bits are...
A little more personal.
A little more off the cuff, kind of these raw conversations that we have just before we start recording about what we're watching, what's going on in our life, all that sort of stuff.
What Jake has done in the backwoods.
Yes,
Yeah.
there was that whole story. I had that too. Yeah,
It's weird stuff.
some exclusive relationship stuff from Kent as well. So
Which is a whole roller coaster.
yeah.
In
And they're
its own.
almost every week.
Almost every week. Yeah. Oh, and I think probably 18 months worth of Snyder Cut speculation.
Yes,
Yep.
followed up by another 18 months of Snyder Cut
Restore the
review and
Snyderverse.
talk. Yes. Anyway, but that's not what we're talking about today. What are we talking about today, Zach?
Today we are tiering Disney princes.
Disney princesses.
Princesses.
Less
Princesses.
C's, less S's. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Yes, we so way back in March 2017 on episode 98, ranking Disney princesses, we
minute
ranked
ago.
Disney princesses, and then we had a listener who heard the show and thought, "What if we flip the script a bit?"
So we can blame someone for this.
Yes,
Who can we blame? I mean, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Once again, you know her. You've heard her on such shows as our Studio Ghibli show and our Avatar: The Last Airbender show and our Godzilla show. It's Kris Anderson, everybody.
That's me.
Hey, Kris.
Hi, Kris.
Hello.
And so Kris has joined us here to help us get a
I'm
few more...
holding your feet to the fire.
Yeah.
Well,
I've been hounding you guys for this show since the very first Bacon Council
yes.
dinner meeting that we had.
Yes.
So,
And we probably would have got to it eventually, but you chose this as the subject you'd like us to talk about, and so you're here to give the female perspective, as it were.
yes. It's my turn to rank the hotness.
Let's
Yes.
objectify some dudes.
Hey, it's not just hotness.
It isn't.
Now, we have a very scientific method
Yes,
to this.
much like on the Princess
so
Show.
that we don't sound super shallow or weird.
Oh, go ahead. I totally don't mind being super shallow.
Okay, good.
Much like on the Princess Show, we created a matrix where we had all the princes, and then we had ranked them on certain criteria. This is the criteria we rank them on: personality, movie quality, skills/motivation, attractiveness. See, it's in there.
Somewhere in there.
Sidekicks/partners, and songs. Now, songs was a weird one because that was one we did for the princess show because the princesses always seem to have kind of signature songs.
Yeah.
Disney princes, I've found in my research, they don't sing a lot.
They're kind of shut out.
I have found in my research that Disney princes are very underrepresented. It's not okay.
No, it is weird, like how they were kind of flat characters for a while there, and it wasn't until like I don't know, probably around the Disney Renaissance that they said, oh, let's give them a little more depth to the prince side because I don't know.
Well, one of them I didn't even know had a name, so that was fun. One of the old school
and they
ones.
may still not have a name.
Well,
That's
it's
speculation.
debatable. It's debatable.
Yeah.
So yes, we've created a matrix. We're going to be ranking these a tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3 prince. Tier 1 being the highest, tier 2 being the middle, and tier 3 being the lowest. We also have put some regulations on how many tier 1s and tier 3s we can give out because we have 21 princes here.
Yes, we do.
And we say prince, it's a loose term.
Very.
There's some loose, much like the princess show. It's like, even though Mulan wasn't actually a princess, she's technically a Disney princess in canon. So
Princess in my heart.
protagonist would probably be the better term for it.
Right.
But we have 21 of them.
We don't need no monarchy here.
And she's the one who saved China. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've given ourselves 7 tier 1s, 7 tier 2s, and 7 tier 3s to force us so we couldn't give them all tier 1s or tier 3s.
Exactly. But before we get to that point, so Kris, you weren't here for our princess show.
No,
I would
I
like to
wasn't.
hear how you ranked the princesses.
Okay. For my princess tiering in tier 1, the tier 1iest of tier 1 is Megara from Hercules.
Which we mispronounced her name that entire episode.
Megara.
Yeah.
What?
That's all right.
That was the day I knew I wanted to be on the show.
So it's pronounced
correct
Megara?
us?
I wasn't even listening then. Go on.
It's rude.
And then you have, it was close, but Merida comes in at the second.
All right.
Nice.
Respectable.
Okay. Yeah, from
Yes.
Brave.
Great hair.
Oh, she has great
Hair.
In the next spot, we have Mulan.
Okay,
Great.
fantastic.
Mulan, yes.
Yeah.
Mulan. Tiana from The Princess and the Frog.
Yes.
Awesome.
Then we have Esmeralda. Her I Want song is the most amazing I Want
It's a
song.
great one.
It is so good.
What is
I-
your
Remind me one more time what it is.
It's the one where she's
Is it
praying.
God Help the Outcasts?
I think so.
It's a beautiful
Oh,
song.
yeah, that's
It's
good.
amazing where everybody else is praying, I want to be rich, I want to be famous. And she's like, I just want to pray for the safety of my people. It's an amazing song. And then our final tier 1 princess, Nala from The Lion King.
Yeah.
Wait, adult Nala, right? We talked about this.
Yes, adult Nala.
Yes, adult
Her
Nala.
creamy
The long-
tan
the
fur
lion.
Long-necked lusty lion.
That's right. Yes.
and her creamy tan fur.
That's what it says on the Disney Wiki. Just so you listener know.
We don't need to embellish.
That's what it said on the Disney Wiki.
I'm just quoting the show.
Oh, there are some descriptions here that I'll be reading from the Disney Wiki that
Perfect,
are
thank
just
you.
weird.
Okay, we move into tier 2. We
Yes.
have Belle.
Okay.
I know Joel will probably kick
That's
me
a
out
hot
of the
take.
bacon
Kent
cave.
and I both. I
Yeah.
think that's our tier 1 of tier 1s.
Bell's the
there's
most
one that's slightly
boring
above.
part. She's the
She
worst
has
part
like a
of the
10
show.
head for Kent.
I said 10 head. That's so rude.
No, I'm saying she has a 10
Okay,
head.
good. You're so rude.
The movie's better without her.
Without Belle?
Don't like Belle.
And the Beast. The movie would be called And the Beast.
It'd just be called Beast.
It's my enchanted friends and their wacky adventures.
And the Beast.
And to,
Who are you?
Okay, we next have Rapunzel.
Fantastic. This is a great tier 1 list so far.
Yeah, I was gonna say, your tier 2s are my tier 1s.
Yeah,
all
Yeah,
of them
this
so
is
far.
tier 2 peeps.
Yeah.
Okay, next we have Jane Porter,
All right.
scientist in the
From the
what?
Tarzan.
Whose voice
1800s?
bothers Kent, I believe.
The Mini Driver.
Yeah.
How do you not like Mini Driver?
She's yeah.
Save it for a Mini Driver show.
No.
Nice. I'm in.
Okay, we have Pocahontas. She's the one with the amazing animated hair. And next we have Kida from Atlantis.
Who raised the age.
You've already got to the
average
tier
for
3s
everyone.
already?
It's surprising. No, we're in tier 2. Because again, super strong, awesome ladies. Next we have Elsa.
I'm hearing no Ariel so far, by the way.
And our final tier 2, Cinderella.
She's as lovely as her name, Cinderella.
And she frees herself from the tower.
Oh.
No prince needed. Tier 3.
She had mice
Well, yes, they did help.
and cats and dogs. Well, not cats. Lucifer
The cat
and
is
bats.
trying to
better
keep her up
scurry.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, next into tier 3 category, we have Aurora.
Okay, that's a great tier 1.
Yep.
Eh.
You guys were just talking about her hotness the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
As a
She's
character,
beautiful.
She really is.
But
As
I
a
prefer
character,
the blue
there's
dress.
nothing to her.
Team blue dress.
Pink dress. Iconic pink dress.
Is there another color?
No, it's pink or blue.
Next we have Giselle.
Giselle.
Pretty great. Okay.
Now, in the whole movie, She does turn out to be much better. But if we're only talking about animated
True.
Giselle, she's really kind of annoying.
I really liked her when she figured out the language that the aliens were speaking. That was the best.
What?
Arrival.
Oh. I was so confused for a second there.
Next, we have Jasmine.
Wow. I mean, she doesn't do anything.
She has a tiger.
That's awesome.
Okay. In that red outfit.
All
And
right.
she likes to twirl beards.
Okay.
Then we have Anna.
Okay.
Wow. That's pretty low for Anna.
Did we rank Anna last time?
I believe we did, yeah.
Yeah.
I totally forgot
This is the
that.
list. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot her. We ranked her.
We have Maid Marian.
Oh, yeah.
She's a fox.
And
I used the
did that
joke
out of-
again.
I did that out of order because actually it's Snow White and then Maid Marian.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And finally,
I don't even want to hear it. The show's
Ariel.
over.
Ariel. Oh.
Unbelievable.
And she was
bold.
coming for you on that one.
I know. That felt personal.
well, there's
That was
a
an
reason
attack
why
on Kent.
she
Because
is
you don't
so-
like redheads. We know you've expressed
Yeah,
it many times
you
on
know.
the show before.
Just like Hollywood.
No, my sister was obsessed with The Little Mermaid when it came out and watched it over and over and over again, which you would expect from a child, right?
Yeah.
My sister was 16.
The Age of Ariel.
It's a masterpiece. So I give her approval for that.
And because I'm the lowest on the pecking order, I didn't get to use the TV, so I had to watch The Little Mermaid over and over.
Still
and
not
over
seeing a
again
problem with it, though.
poor thing.
I mean, I would watch that over and over.
No.
I have been.
See, that
Actually,
was
it's been Little Mermaid 2 because I love the song
Don't-
Harmony.
no.
In Harmony.
Save for our Disney sequel show.
That's going to happen.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's been in Ken's, that's been back in
Okay.
Ken's mind for like 12 seasons.
It honestly has. Chris, I want to say thank you for the list, but I'm a little upset. But you do need to represent your side on this.
Yes.
But it's time to tier some princes.
Oh.
Let's do this.
So we have decided to go in, is this reverse chronological order? Is
Yeah.
that what we officially
That's-
call
yes.
it? So we're going to start with the newest movie on our list, and then we're going to work our way down, starting with Maui from Moana.
He's over 1,000 years old.
Now,
So our age is pretty good on this one?
Yes.
Are we
Yes.
okay with the age average?
Well, they're going to be much older than the princesses. There's not going to be a lot of 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds. Sounds wrong.
That sounds really creepy.
Maui, also known as Hero of Man, Hero of Men and Women, Hero to All, and Little Maui
By himself.
and portrayed by Dwayne Johnson. His description, as according to the official Disney Wiki, large in stature, long hair with animated tattoos plastered throughout his skin. These tattoos depict Maui's various exploits and accomplishments. I was going to say, I was actually very pleasantly surprised with Dwayne Johnson as Maui.
Mm-hmm.
He was the only choice, is from what I hear. It was like, they did not even hold auditions. They're like, we want The
It
Rock.
was his job from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ranking on personality.
Yeah.
There's looks as well, movie quality, songs.
He's got great hair.
A lot of these princes don't have songs.
But he has a song.
Thankfully, he does.
Yeah.
I might give him best hair.
That's amazing.
Of, amongst
hair.
the men?
I don't know.
No, second
I-
best.
I think I know exactly what you're thinking about
Yeah,
right now.
oh yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Most vibrant. There's a lot of volume there. Pantene Pro V.
I'd give him
Not sponsored.
I'd give him one of the best songs as well. Just because, like I said, they don't
It's
have many
so fun.
songs, but it's one of their funnest songs. Put that
Also,
on
he
the
can
song
do
show.
anything but float. Like, he actually can't float. But anything else, he can do.
Yeah.
Tell me what else he did.
Which makes me wonder.
It's a rap.
He can shapeshift into an animal that can float, and so why can't he float?
Yeah, good call.
I guess he can't float in human form. But I gave him a tier 2. I think he's still very new to the game. He maybe not has stood the test of time as one of the iconic Disney princes ever. And he's also not technically a prince. He's a demigod. And so, yeah, I gave him a tier 2.
I believe he's very self-interested, and so I think that brings his personality down. He
I
would
thought
be,
you would just relate to him.
Oh, okay. Shots fired. Here we go. Zach, wait till we get to Flynn Rider, okay?
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
But I do like his movie. I do like his song. I do believe his sidekicks and the selfishness hold him back as a character. So he gets a tier 2 from me as well.
Okay.
Chris, what about you?
You're looking at me. Well, who did you guys have for sidekicks? Because to me, I have his hook, his groovy tattoos, and of course Moana, who is a tier 1 princess.
Yeah.
So to me, that's like super awesome.
No
Because
hey involved,
I
huh?
know.
Yeah.
That's Moana's sidekick.
He was there with him. Once the sidekicks joined up, he was using Hey Hey too.
Well,
Hey Hey Hey.
Hi.
I kind of ignored Hey Hey at that point.
We all
Most people did.
Now, his personality at the beginning, yes, kind of sucks. But as the movie goes on, he redeems himself because he then teaches Moana how to sail, does what he needs to do. I think he becomes a pretty awesome.
So even though he
Disney
caused the end of the world, kind of, the fact that he helped fix it
Yes.
is redemption.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And he is a tier 1 prince.
All right.
Okay with
Also, my niece, I asked her who her favorite Disney princes were, and Maui was one of them.
Well,
so, of course,
kids like whatever they saw last.
she's 25.
People like whatever they saw last.
Yes.
Zach,
please don't listen.
I also gave Maui a tier 1.
okay.
I think he's
Reasoning?
awesome.
He's awesome.
He's just, so I think he probably has the best song.
very close.
Come on.
Up there, right?
debatable.
It's super fun to
There's
sing.
3 of them that sing, by the way.
Super fun to sing along. As far as I think he is very handsome. He's strong and cool, and who doesn't want to be Maui? So tier 1.
All right.
As I tried to put myself in the perspective of like a kid version of me watching this, and I would just be obsessed with Maui. I would have thought he was so awesome. So tier 1.
That would explain why you're not wearing a shirt and have all those tattoos all over your body right
Hand
now.
It hurt to get them all before the show,
Yeah,
but it was worth it.
It's
But they
some of them are still
move.
covered
That
up.
is amazing.
I got them authentically. They just slapped the little thing into me. It hurt.
You're keeping Hannah in business.
Next up, we have Kristoff from Frozen.
Now, Kristoff is one of those that, once again, not really a prince, but protagonist.
Yeah, 21 years old, by the way.
Deuteragonist, what do they call those?
Yeah.
Portrayed
Bless
by,
you. What did you just say?
Portrayed by Jonathan Groff. He has shoulder-length golden blonde hair. He has light brown eyes and fair skin with a light dusting of freckles across his nose. His nose is quite big, and his cheeks tend to redden a lot because of the cold weather.
Aw.
And he sings songs such as Reindeers Are Better Than People, Lost in the Woods, and Some Things Never Change.
And underneath his rugged exterior, Kristoff is truly a compassionate and protective individual. Not much character, though. Like, what's his motivation in the movie?
He's a dude.
The
He's
reason,
like, she might kiss me. For 2 movies.
I'll give you the exact reason why Kristoff is in the movie. Sven. Sven and him are the comic relief that
Yeah.
movie needed. And he has these whole things where he's talking for Sven.
So I do want to read this. This is from the closing credits of Frozen. The views and opinions expressed by Kristoff in the film that all men eat their own boogers are solely his own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the Walt Disney Company or the filmmakers. I was like, they put that in the credits.
They did, which I actually laughed
Cute.
at.
It's
I
cute.
laughed
Kent.
too.
Kent,
It's
fun.
cute to talk about eating
People
boogers.
have fun. It's fun.
Well, because in the movie he says something like, what if you don't like it? He picks his nose. He's like,
Yeah.
he wouldn't do that. And it's like, all men do it.
Yeah. So I feel like he has a forgettable personality. His skills, forgettable as well. Attractiveness, he's like a JV linebacker that never gets to play, but he's kind of standing there as the big guy.
All right.
He's completely forgettable. It's tier 3. He does have songs,
Wow.
but Lost in the Woods quickly aged for me.
I still like it.
Yeah, so tier 3.
Lost in the Woods, I was like, why do we have an MTV video in
Yeah.
the middle of a Frozen movie? I thought
A
it was
meta joke.
kind of odd.
Yeah.
I did like the fact that all the reindeer sang. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But
Drug sequence
I
in
was
Frozen
kind
2. That's great.
I look at Kristoff and just see him as a dude. He's just kind
He's
of
a bro,
Dude,
right?
bro.
Not even a dude, bro. Just kind of a dude. I mean, he's a nice guy. His motivation is what? Sell ice in
Get the
frozen
girl.
winter. Get Anna to Elsa. Get Anna to Hans. Get Anna to the Enchanted Forest. So he's kind of a taxi service.
Yeah, that's a good call.
But he's harmless. So I gave him a tier 2.
Zach?
Tier 3, boring, don't like him, but I like Johnny Groff, and I like when he sings.
Johnny
he doesn't
Groff.
sing enough.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, we're
You guys gotta
buddies.
be buddies.
Me and Johnny Groff go way back, but I don't like Kristoff. I never have.
And I'm giving him a tier 3 also based on hygiene. Because apparently he smells like a reindeer.
That's not the views of the Walt Disney Company, Joel.
No, he has poor hygiene. It's in the Disney Wiki.
That's true. All right.
So there you go.
Now we have Flynn Rider from Tangled.
Who?
Who? What?
Who's Flynn Rider?
Eugene
Flynn Rider.
Fitzherbert.
Ah, Eugene.
Eugene.
Portrayed by Zachary Levi. Here's the description. Flynn is of average height and build with fair skin, short dark brown hair, a scruffy goatee, and light brown eyes. As far as attire goes, Flynn regularly dons a dark turquoise vest with a white long-sleeved undershirt, coupled with dark cream pants and brown bucket-top boots.
All right, he's 22 years old. You said average height, 6'3". That's pretty good, right?
It says average height of maybe average height of Disney princess or Batman.
His birthday is July 28th.
He has a birthday?
And he's a Leo.
Everybody
Wow.
has a birthday, Joel.
Yeah, so...
I guess that's kind of
And
true, but he's
here's
not
why his birth is important. Many people may not know this, but Eugene is actually a prince. He was born to King Edmund and his queen. His real name is not Eugene, it's Horace.
Okay, now we're going Tangled the animated series.
Yes, we
That's
are.
we're retconning that. I'm
So-
sorry,
Getting
I
even
don't
worse.
buy
A
it.
powerful opal threatened to destroy the land, and he, as a baby, was escorted out in
He's
an
the
evacuation
prince.
and placed into an orphanage.
He's the prince of an abandoned country.
Still a prince. He still counts. Flynn counts.
Hashtag Flynn
Well, he
counts.
counts because he married Rapunzel.
Yeah.
there you
Also
go.
that. And actually, like when they were making this movie, they were going to make him a prince, just like the fairy tale.
Yeah.
Not just like the fairy tale, because in the fairy tale, it's just this nameless prince who comes riding in and hears her singing. As they kind of made him into more of a thief, they're like, it's much more interesting. Let's go with
make
that.
him Aladdin.
And apparently Zachary Levi auditioned with a British accent, and then they were like, yeah,
No.
don't do that anymore.
No. All right, what do you think, Chris?
Do I really have to go?
You better give him tier 1. Chris?
Chris is opposite Kent.
I hate Flynn Rider. He's a tier 3.
Whoa!
Okay, Zach has got out a knife right now, and he's sharpening it on his tattoo.
Okay,
That's
why?
not how you sharpen a knife, Zach.
Fine.
Why are you doing it right there?
That's on his tattoo.
The tattoo's helping him out.
Why do you hate Flynn Rider?
I hate Flynn Rider. He's a cocky SOB.
So
Sorry, I
Maui.
know.
He's a Maui, yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. This is going to like stab Kent in the heart, but I think a smolder is not very cute.
You just haven't seen the right smolder.
He invented the smolder.
I don't think he invented the
smolders
smolder.
were around
2010, the
before that.
smolder was invented.
There was
Until
no smolder
then,
even
It's in
before then.
Wikipedia.
Until then, people just look like they had lemons.
Yeah, it was duck face before then.
And of
Oh,
course,
God,
his
fuckface.
motivation is to live on a pile of money by
Surrounded
himself.
But
by
it's a
enormous
character
amounts of
arc,
money.
though, right? He's a thief
He's the same
to
as
begin
Maui.
with.
He starts off as that cocky jerk, and then he learns a better way and becomes a better person by the end.
Sounds great. Tier 3,
I still
unbelievable.
don't like him.
Oh, I
as
thought
tier
you. I
three.
thought you were declaring that.
No. I'm just still
No,
shocked.
we know. I'm
Well,
probably the only person on earth that doesn't like him.
Zach, let's go with you because I already know what you're going to say.
Personality, he's very interesting, and I would love to hang out with him. Movie quality, that's a masterpiece. Attractiveness, are you kidding? He's gorgeous. Songs, he's got a beautiful voice, sings some very fun songs.
I see the light.
He's got a
He's- right?
that song.
Sidekicks, partners, I mean, Maximus, come on, he's great. Skills and motivation, I mean, you know, he's motivated by things that are something that I can relate to. So tier 1, and probably my
best
highest
hair?
tier 1.
Is this best hair?
This is best. Well, him or Beast, but yeah, tier 1. Tier 1.
I was going to say
Beast
Flynn
does
Rider
have
is one of the
amazing
few
hair.
that I think rivaled Maui's hair. I think Flynn Rider, his hair is wonderfully animated.
Really, the best animated hair is actually the prince from Shrek 2, but you know that's not on this
when
list.
he flips it around at the
Yeah.
thing. No, I gave Flynn Rider a tier 1 as well. Zachary Levi is one of those people that I just like seeing him succeed, and this was one of those moments when I went, "Good job, Zachary Levi." Or
Yeah.
Zachy Levi. Can I call him that?
No,
No. You're Johnny
Zachy
Groff
boy.
over here.
Zachy boy.
Zachy boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tier 1 for me for Eugene Fitzherbert.
I do actually say Zach Levi.
Yeah,
Nobody says Zach.
Horace gets a tier 1. He's not totally trustworthy.
We don't want to use the Tangled animated series.
He's got great movie, great songs. He's super attractive, except for his goatee, which kind of reminds me of what I grew back in like BYU or Provo back in the day.
Here's the thing: he looks great in it. Nobody else does.
Yeah, right.
And no actual human does.
Yeah, but I would say his lowest attribute is probably his motivation, like Chris was saying, because he just kind of goes with it and then falls in love and then tries to make everything right. But everything else, he's number 2 on my list.
He's
give
pretty
him
motivated.
positive.
He's thieving from the royalty at the beginning. That's pretty
Yeah.
motivated.
Now we have Prince Naveen from Princess and the Frog.
Also known as the Frog Prince, Froggy Prince, Cap, Prince Froggy, Hop Along, Prince Charming, Sugar, and Buttercup.
Oh, and Froggy Gruff.
And he's portrayed and he's portrayed by Bruno Campos. Now, Naveen is a lean but muscular, average-sized young man with wavy, dark brown hair and amber eyes. And he sings songs. Well, the only time he sings is when we're human. He kind of sings during that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't like have a song.
Not really.
So he's 20 years old, born June 15th. He's a Gemini.
Oh,
Makes sense because, you know, the duality,
sides.
right?
Yeah.
Now, he is of unknown ethnicity.
Well, they say they kind of drew him to be Brazilian-esque.
Yes.
Okay.
Even though Naveen
Yeah.
is an Indian name, meaning new.
Yeah. And so he has fluency in English, French, and Italian, which might indicate that Maldonia is a Mediterranean company near Monaco.
Yeah. Do we feel like his motivation in the movie is kind of selfish and
Selfish.
vain the
Yeah.
entire time, though?
yeah.
He's starting out. He's almost on the verge of being disowned by his parents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he wants to take the easy way out by marrying Lottie because she's
Sugar Mama.
yeah,
Right?
She's married. You know, she's the daughter
little
of the richest
beignet.
man in.
Oh,
In New
beignets
Orleans.
in that movie looks so good.
Sidekick wise, I mean, Lewis and Ray and Tiana.
Tiana, I mean, hello.
It's weird to call the protagonist of the movie a sidekick, though. It's like
Yeah.
calling him best
But we do
supporting
have
actor.
like sidekick / partners.
Yeah, it's like that's what we should call it.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm not. Ray's fine. Lewis is forgettable.
And the awesome Dr. Facilier.
Yeah, great villain
Yeah,
for sure.
super great.
Yeah.
So Zach, what are you giving him?
I am neither impressed nor appalled. Tier 2.
Baconsale.
Prince of Me does not make the cut for me. He's a tier 3 prince.
All right, here's tier 2 for me. He's just slightly above average in like personality and attractiveness. He has a song, so that helps him. But
He kind of has a song. It's an
tier
ensemble
2.
song.
Yeah, he
It's
still
good.
joins
It's a
in.
good song he's a part of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but tier 2.
Yeah.
For me, when he's in his human,
When you're fuming.
And I'm gonna be.
when he's in his human form, he is an extremely attractive gentleman,
Indeed.
and he does play the ukulele.
I'm in. I don't find frogs that pretty.
Wait, so you
And
like
he can-
ukulele playing, but you don't like smoldering. What if they're playing the ukulele while smoldering?
Well, then that's not very good because I don't like a smolder.
Point of order, ukulele.
Don't you follow me on Instagram,
Please.
Chris?
Do you also
follow you on
say Hawaii? Do you put that extra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've noticed with a lot of these princes, we tend to have to deal with a pride issue, and then
Yes, definitely. They have to learn a lot.
They have to learn a lesson, and then they humble themselves. And then
men.
things. And another thing with this list, I'm discovering is men are animals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally on this list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll come up for sure.
He's still a tier 2 though.
Now we have Prince Edward from Enchanted.
Giselle! Every time I hear him, that's just what I hear.
Yeah, I do too, but I also hear True Love's Kiss.
He's the Prince of Andalasia, and he's portrayed by James Marsden, which, I mean,
It's James Marsden's
his description. He's
Dimples
James Marsden.
himself.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Piercing
Dimples.
blue
And
eyes.
he does sing True Love's Kiss.
Yeah.
He has the duet there. I love that.
That's awesome.
Pip is one of his
squirrel?
sidekicks. Yes, Pip the squirrel. But also Nathaniel. Like, he has a villain as his sidekick. That's
Who's the sidekick?
the guy is not aware.
He's a dummy.
The
He
guy
is a dummy.
Is just along for the ride.
He's a mimbo.
He is a total mimbo who just wants a kiss. Like he
Yes.
just that's his motivation.
True Love's Kiss, not just a kiss.
Okay,
I
sorry.
thought it was,
There's a
I thought it was
difference.
himbo.
Seinfeld's
himbo?
Mimbo.
Oh,
It's a
okay,
himbo. And
Seinfeld.
don't we have a himbo sitting at the table?
Who?
Kent done. Okay.
Hey!
What do we got?
You're not a himbo, Ken.
Thank you.
You're a well-rounded individual.
I
That really
appreciate
wants
it.
a kiss.
Yeah. True Love's Kiss.
Kiss.
True Love's Kiss.
He is born March 15th. He's a Pisces.
Hey!
The Ides of March.
Pisces represent over here.
Yeah.
I'm
Beware
on
of
the
the Ides of
cusp,
March.
so there you go.
Yes, I gave Prince Edward a tier 3. I feel like... What? I feel like...
It's James Marsden.
He is James Marsden, but James Marsden is hit and miss in his films. He's...
Have
We're
you
not
seen
talking-
Sonic the
Have you
Hedgehog?
seen Hop?
We're not talking about
Hop? He's dim-witted. He's slow. It drives me nuts so much when Pip is trying to pantomime what is happening. And Pip is doing a fantastic job of pantomime. And Prince Edward's like, I don't understand what's going on. I don't know why he's British now.
Would you put me at tier 3?
Never.
Based on this description?
Never. Your shirt, yes, but not you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I would for the himbo comment. So Prince Edward likes hot dogs, Giselle's happiness, and Robert's true love, Nancy. That's one of his likes.
Yes.
That's what it says in Disney
I think
Wiki.
Robert's a more interesting character than Edward.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But he's not animated.
Because Prince
Who's
Edward's
Robert?
basically
What?
comic relief. Main guy.
It's
Patrick
Dr.
Dr.
McDreamy.
Dr. McDreamy.
Yeah.
So basically, I just feel like, it's his movie and his dimples really elevate him to tier 2 because Enchanted is great.
It's a great movie.
But yeah, he is a
but
real
Edward
dummy.
would not exist. He's standing on the shoulders of previous princes that he is
That
totally
entire
mocking.
movie is.
We'll get
and
married
that's
in
why
the morning.
That's why it works. That's why that movie's so good.
He is a trope.
No,
And
that's
it
what I'm
works.
saying, though. He
On
can't,
purpose.
He can't stand. He's standing on the shoulders, so it's like he built on these other princes. He wouldn't exist if it weren't for these other princes that gave him his, which we'll talk
So
about
he
later.
deserves the tier 2.
If you stand on the shoulders, you're still the tallest.
Is that like a fortune cookie?
Yes.
Or is that? Oh, it is on your tattoo right there. It's on your shoulder.
It's-
As
swirls
we see
around.
people like stacking up on each other.
Yeah.
For me, it's the movie quality and the attractiveness. Hello, it's James Marsden.
Uh-huh.
The dude is a good-looking dude.
Uh-huh.
You can't argue with that.
Best
And it's-
Cyclops ever.
It's a very, very good movie. The only
Yeah.
problem is that we're judging him on
Him.
the movie quality of just the animated section. And
Yeah.
yes, he is a dummy, but he does save Giselle. But Giselle's really annoying in that part too. But he's a tier 2.
Okay. That's fair.
Tier 1. I love
Yeah?
him. His song is awesome. He's super.
It's like a half a song. He gets half a song. It's not even a full song.
It's
the
but
line,
it's so
but it's
good.
nice.
but I do really like it.
Yeah.
And then, like when he jumps in, I know this is a live action part, but when he jumps down and starts to sing and it's crashed into the
Yes.
bikes, so funny. Ruined by the trailer, but funny. And I think the movie quality, of course, is great. Super attractive. Love the song. Sidekicks are fun. Why is it not a tier 1? He's great. Even the animated part, I think he's hilarious.
He's okay.
You guys just have fun in your hearts. All right, now we have Milo Thatch from Atlantis, The Lost Empire.
What is that movie?
Good question.
It stars Helga Sinclair. Who?
Oh.
Helga Sinclair.
Doesn't ring a bell.
The only one that I actually want remade live action.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Wait,
That
you
would
want
be
Helga
really-
to be remade in live action?
and-
Oh, yeah.
Milo was in both.
I'll be a himbo for Helga.
Atlantis.
Can I get a t-shirt?
Milo Thatch was in Atlantis, The Lost Empire, where he's not a prince.
Right.
But then he's in Atlantis, Milo's Return, where he is a prince.
He's 32 years old. His birthday is August 4th, so he's a Leo. It's very important. But this guy is the brains. He is the smartest
Disney
male deuteragonist we have here. Deuteronomy.
Is that a book?
He's a cartographer and a linguist.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude is smart.
And he marries up in a big way with Kita
Absolutely.
and becomes the ruler of Atlantis. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler.
But also
Disney
like
Wiki
Michael
didn't
J.
even-
Fox.
But Disney Wiki
Yeah.
didn't even give him a physical description. Like they always have a section of like physical appearance. So I had to write my own. Light brown butt cut, glasses, nerdy looking.
Well, it did come out in.
That was Zack a couple years ago.
I was like, hey.
It did come out in like 2001. So
Yes.
like that,
That
was
was
the
the
time
style.
of the butt cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm sporting one as we speak. Aren't
Well, no, you
They're
were
back.
not like a
They're
90s
actually
it's not-
back.
I know
No.
they are.
Yeah.
It's not a 90s one, though. Like he has like the arches. Like it's
Yeah.
definitely.
He's got
it's
McDonald's on his
JTT
head.
style.
Can we
for
talk
sure.
about his weirdly square fingers, though? It's a little
Yeah,
strange.
the animation style at the time is weird.
I didn't notice.
They're very square.
Sidekicks include Fluffy, the cat, Obi, the lava dog, and then Kita as well. We talked about her.
This is a shout out to the fabulous Nicole D. Hale. This
Nicole
is one
D. Hale.
of her favorite movies.
You guys are
So-
hipsters.
Yes, we are hipsters.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I like this movie because he didn't choose the team. The rich dude that's funding it selected the team. So he
Happens
has
to me all the
if he
time.
wants to go on this adventure and this what's the word I'm looking for? Expedition.
Yeah.
There we go. That he has to put up with who
Right, and then-
he has to go with.
But things go awry, and it's almost he didn't see it coming, whereas I think anyone else could.
Well, when you're locked in a basement at the Smithsonian handling the boiler because nobody will let you do your job.
It's
be
only
the first
happened
time.
twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both have the same joke.
Yeah.
Kent, what do you give him?
I'm giving him a tier 3. I think he's awkward. He's
Michael J.
hopeful.
Fox.
Michael J. Fox, I do love the voice acting.
He did an amazing job.
Yeah, he's very good.
And I do think, him getting Kita is kind of great. It's this nice redemption story for
And
all
I would
nerds out
imagine
there.
that you'd be all over Kita because of her outfit.
I'm sorry, Helga Sinclair and I would have been. We would have ran
She's
away.
also extremely
Stop it.
attractive.
But yeah, he's a tier 3.
Okay. What do you have, Chris?
Well, for as hard as I'm swinging for this, you can probably figure out where he's ranked.
Yeah.
Nerd saves an entire civilization. Tier 1.
That's
All right, understood.
Yeah, yeah.
You sold it well.
Zach?
I don't find him princely, and so he ended up like a higher end, but tier 3 for me.
Nope, it's a tier 3.
It's a
There's
Matrix.
no such thing as higher or lower. Michael J. Fox is a tier 1 in my book.
100%.
Milo Thatch is a tier 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, Chris.
That's okay. But
I understand
I'll let
where you're
you
coming
guys-
from, though.
I'll let you guys deal with Nicole D. Hale as well.
Now we have Kuzco from the Emperor's New
Cusco.
Groove.
Poison for Cusco. Cusco. Poison. Poison.
Cusco.
He's 18 years old. His birthday's August 17th. He's also a Leo.
I love that you have their
No.
signs.
He's a llama.
Oh, man. Llama face.
Not a sign.
So he is the emperor.
Boosh.
The emperor. So not technically a prince, more of a king, but
Yeah.
still loosely. David Spade portrays him. Once again, this didn't have a description, so I just put gangly, long dark hair,
Well,
occasionally a llama.
and he was designed to be similar to David Spade, right? And that
Yes.
says enough.
Well,
I
and to
think
me,
for attractiveness.
the choice of the animation, I think we're trying to make him look kind of like the ancient Incan look, and so that's kind of why he has that look.
Yeah.
That's the style they were going
Now,
for.
if you're going to pick a partner, I think Pacha is one of the best partners to have out
Absolutely.
there.
Yeah, for real.
And how loyal he is, and how strong he is, and how patient he
The
is.
general John Goodmaniness.
Yes, he's a good man.
Disney,
term?
Disney sure loves themselves a John Goodman.
Yeah.
How
Yes.
many Disney Pixar movies does he show up
Multiple.
A lot. Not as much as John Ratzenberger, but
This is all of them.
yeah.
in? Or David Ogden Stiers?
Yeah. But Cusco, by the way, is derived from Cuzco, C-U-Z, because his name is K-U-Z-C-O. C-U-Z-C-O is the name of a city in Peru that was the capital of the Incan Empire.
He's just super arrogant, selfish, saucy, it also says in the Disney Wiki.
Saucy.
But he has always wanted a family, so he's never really experienced that real happiness.
So can we really blame him? seems like his upbringing is like a little.
Well, he's spoiled.
Well,
but
and-
even by the end, he kind of just lucks into a family.
And I was going to say, and
Boom, baby.
wouldn't Yzma, because of her ancient age, she was his retainer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she raise him? And so is that why
Maybe.
he's
Oh,
is
yeah.
horrible?
That would be horrible.
Oh, I never thought about
All right,
that.
Chris.
But Yzma is an amazing villain.
She is.
Yeah.
I have to say, I know we had our Matrix, but the villain and the voice acting did play a little bit of a part in
Yeah.
how I decided a lot of this.
Sure.
Because Yzma's great.
Okay, but what do you give Kuzco?
Kuzco. Okay, well, so my thoughts are, he has his very redemption at the very, very end where he's like, well, you said these hills sing and they don't, so I'm moving my summer home elsewhere.
I think that was his turning point. That's when he started to be like, because by the end when he's swimming with him, I think he's much more humble.
He's part of the family at that point. And then, of course, there was that horrible, horrible television series, The Emperor's New School.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's nothing like Tingle, The New Adventures of Rapunzel. and
Don't
Flynn.
waste
That's
your
nothing
time.
like Kronk's New Groove or
honestly
Magical
pretty good.
Mickey's Magical Christmas: Snowed In at the House of Mouse.
Mickey's
No
Magical-
House of Mouse.
He was in that. He was in that.
Mickey's Magical Christmas :
Mickey's family friendly. Kids
I'm
are going to
confused.
listen to this show.
Hey, kids.
It's a science term.
But it's David Spade, even though he does an excellent job. Kuzco isn't terribly handsome. I mean, he's okay, but he's a tier 2.
Okay,
Tier
tier
two.
2. Zach?
I give him a tier 3. I don't think he's very princely. I don't think he's very handsome. I do give him points for movie quality. And I kind of cheat with the song because the song about him is good.
Tom Jones.
Yeah, it's
My
Tom
funny
Jones.
friend and me.
But for me, tier 3.
One of my favorite movies on this list. I
Yeah.
absolutely love The Emperor's New Groove. So it's underrated. People don't talk about it as much as they should. They quote it, but they don't talk about it.
It's in the meme community. It's huge.
I still say they should have, if they were going to convert Splash Mountain, they should have turned it into an Emperor's New Groove kind of Incan temple.
Ooh, that would be
And at the very
perfect.
end, they say, pull the lever, and then you go down the slide and they say, wrong lever. That would have been
Disney,
great.
call Joel.
Seriously. But I think of spending some time in a room with Kuzco.
It'd be the worst.
No.
Traveling. If you were Pacha, would you want to travel with him?
No, Pacha is a saint.
Yes.
So I had to give him a tier 2.
Saint Pacha. You gave him tier 2 still?
Tier 2 because I love the movie. And
Okay.
I think he's actually a really fun character. I just would never want to spend time
but
with
it's
him.
mostly writing on movie quality
Yeah.
for you.
That was one of the biggest
So-
bumps up.
which
for
I
me
get.
from my
I get
Movie
movie.
quality is the only plus on this side.
Yeah.
Like, he is super annoying. He's very selfish.
His hair is nice.
He has David Spade's voice.
His hair is nice both in human and llama
He's
form.
not cute. And so he gets a tier 3.
Yeah. Now, speaking of hair, lots of hair. I don't know if it's good, but we have Tarzan from Tarzan.
Tarzan from Tarzan and Tarzan 2 and Tarzan and Jane and Once Upon a Halloween, then The Legend of Tarzan. So Tarzan is portrayed by
Tarzan in Manhattan.
He's portrayed by Tony Goldwyn, but when he yells, it's actually another actor named Scott Record.
When he yells.
They had to dub that part.
So sometimes they have a different
Not everyone
voice
can do it.
actor
Give
for
it a
the
shot.
songs.
Give it a shot.
That's me at 14.
That's Ken asking if someone wants more fries.
that sounds like your Michael J. Fox impression.
Do you want to dance with me?
Ah, yes. But Tarzan's brown hair is styled in long dreadlocks. He wears almost no clothes. His eyes are blue-green in color, and his muscular body is tanned from living in the jungle all his life.
He's 21 years old. We think. We're not quite sure. He was born on March 20th, which makes him another Pisces.
Yeah!
The name Tarzan means white skin in ape language.
According to the author.
Yeah, according to
That was made up.
Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
this isn't Disney Wiki. This is fact.
Yes. And then he's got sidekicks. He's got Turk and the
Oh,
ape,
he has the worst choice of friends.
Tantor the elephant, and Jane.
Tantor.
Okay, Jane's okay. But Turk's the one
Turk's
that you always
kind
try
of
to
annoying.
ditch in junior high.
By the
hate
way,
Turk.
fun fact, speaking of Edgar Rice Burroughs, the author of the book, his real Tarzan's real name is actually John Clayton II.
Clayton.
But it's not Clayton because Clayton in the movie is William Cecil Clayton.
I love that the gun effect is always there.
Anyway, no songs here. The soundtrack is fantastic.
It's
Thank you,
adult
Phil Collins.
contemporary.
Thank you, Phil Collins, for being Phil Collins.
You know, Phil Collins.
You're not tearing Phil Collins.
Tier 1. Save it for our Phil Collins show.
I have spent time on the past in Baconsale giving this soundtrack a hard time. I still wish it had like songs that were in the universe, but I re-listened to it recently, and I gotta say, Phil Collins didn't have to go that hard, but he did.
He did.
He did for us.
So he is brave, loyal, and honorable, and he's willing to
a
risk
Boy
his
Scout? Boy
Scout?
Yeah, basically. That's only three of them,
the
guys.
Brandon
Come on,
Curtis
he's
kind of
not
beating triple
thrifty
figure babe, clean and
or
reverent.
reverent.
He's not reverence.
So he does have some good attributes, but like his personality, like he was raised by wild animals, right?
Yeah.
He may be a little too tough to deal with,
But he does
in the
refine.
long term.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like he's a jerk at the beginning. He's just kind of rough around the edges.
Yeah.
I don't think he's
and probably
cocky.
really stinky.
I was
And
going to say,
I was gonna say, if you were raised by apes,
Which Kent
you're
was.
assuming I'm
I would
not.
have died in a year and a half. I would not have made it.
you would have rolled out of the tree.
I'm giving myself a year and a half. That's generous.
No, that's the thing. Tarzan smells so bad.
So bad.
Just so bad.
Worse than Kristoff?
Yeah, because he's got jungle in his hair.
The thing is,
not Pantene Brovie, it's jungle.
I think that Tarzan maybe swims fairly often. I don't think Kristoff bathes ever.
What
Okay.
is? There are definitely gross things in that water too.
But
He stinks.
the abs, though, on Tarzan.
He's got the best body.
Yeah,
Now,
he
you
does.
talk about square fingers. Tarzan is basically just like
Hey,
cubes.
to be Tony Hawk on the vines, you gotta...
Yeah, I'd like
right.
to see you slide down those trees like that.
I do in Temple Run, too.
accidentally.
Is he a hobbit? Why? How can he do that?
Yeah, it's true.
No,
feet.
it's
All right, Joel-
physiologically possible.
I'm tier 3.
Tier 3 Prince?
Yeah, I just don't find him princely. A factor for me. He doesn't have a song, even though the music is good. He doesn't have a song. His sidekicks suck.
Yeah.
I think
worst.
he's nice and he's charming, but tier 3.
Charming. He's got jungle in his hair.
Charming from afar. This is weird because I'm giving him a tier 2.
He's a butterface.
Hey!
Tarzan
nice.
butterface.
I'm giving him a tier 2, and it's not a really great reason, but just the legend of Tarzan as a character has endured for so long that I was like, I got to give some respect to that. As a Disney,
I get it.
As a Disney prince, he may not be known as a prince, but he's definitely one of those characters that stands out. Like, you remember Tarzan, even if you aren't a huge fan of the movie. So I gave him a tier 2, kind of middle of the road prince for me.
Tier 3.
Kind of figured.
Yeah.
Looks like it's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Well, I have for some of his skills, vine swinging. I'd like to see you guys go swinging through some vines.
Did you hear me screaming? I can do it.
And I have to say, in Kingdom Hearts, the very first
Yes,
game,
reference.
that is my very favorite level. I
What?
love
Oh, it's
the worst level, Chris.
Worst of all time.
Tier
I
3.
love it.
I've quit the game because of that level.
Having to walk around that same
And
jungle
jump
over
onto
and
the
over
patches
again.
of treetops.
The stupid invisible boss that you have to
love
fight.
it.
I literally discovered like walkthroughs because of that level.
Save it for our Kingdom Hearts show.
I've already done one.
I mean, I love
How many
the
shows are we
reference.
saving on this episode?
Too many.
You're making my work extra hard. Thanks, guys. I don't think he's a butterface. I think he's very handsome. And
Okay.
I absolutely love Tony Goldwyn. He's a tier 2.
Tier 2. Wow.
Tony
It
Goldwyn
sounded
is or
like a-
Tarzan is?
It sounded like a tier 1, but tier 2.
Well, he was, I think, on the line for me.
That would make sense.
I would knock him up to tier 2 if I could give him a haircut.
Yeah, he was on the line.
Okay.
So, he would have done a little bit better had it not been for
Hygiene.
Because he has jungle in his hair.
Yeah, nope. All right, now we have Li Shang from Mulan.
Let's get down to business. BD Wong is the speaking voice.
Yes.
Donny Osmond is the singing voice.
Yes.
And I have a hard
Who's
time.
the screaming voice?
No, but I have a hard time with that because it's basically Donny Osmond is this, kind of a cheesy singer, and then BD Wong is the scientist from Jurassic Park. And so it's hard for me to be like, Li Shang, is those two guys mixed together?
Yeah. But when you say cheesy singer, that song.
Well, that song is
He's
great.
not cheesy in it.
No.
Yeah.
That's
I'm a little bit country.
is that the best song on the list for a Prince?
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
probably.
Yeah.
So he is possibly 23 at the beginning of the movie. He was born on January 23rd, which makes him Aquarius. Woohoo! Oh, there we go. Aquarius represents.
Shang is a tall, muscular Chinese man with tan skin, dark brown eyes, and shoulder-length black hair tied in a bun adorned with a red clip.
So no
handsome.
creamy tan fur this time around?
No.
And yeah, he sings "I'll Make a Man of You," of course.
Yeah.
And then he has sidekicks. He has a horse. Mulan, Mushu kind of helps him out too. So sidekicks, not bad here. Song, amazing.
Yeah. Attractiveness? I mean, the animators didn't really try. He has like a resting Li Shang face, right? Like it's just always kind of flat.
The dude pulled a
Smolder.
arrow.
RLSF.
The dude pulled an arrow out of his shoulder with no expression.
Yeah, that's true.
The dude is tough. And he also knows bojitsu because he can fight with the bow staff.
Yeah.
There.
But does he have a good personality?
He's hit
He's
and miss.
trying to prove himself.
I think
He's
that's
tough
probably
and he's
the
cool.
worst part.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also he's a clumsy dancer as seen in Mulan too.
No one has seen Mulan 2.
I haven't
Has
even
not seen in
Mulan 2.
Mulan 2. Now, I'm going first on this
Yes.
one. It's a tier 1. The song elevates him, his skills and motivation to save the country, And the fact that he's a great general. His personality is the worst part, but he is a tier 1 princess.
General.
Prince.
Not a prince.
Well, Mulan does save the day.
That's true. That's true. He's more the princess.
Fun fact, he and Mulan are the only non-royal members of the Disney princess lineup.
To me, this was a 4.0 movie. On
Really?
this,
out of 7?
everything on here. Well, I used letter grades.
Okay.
so-
Got it.
Yeah.
But
Way
using
to go.
the matrix that I was
A
required
4 out
to
of
do.
4.
Yes.
It's a 4 out of 4. He scored 4 on everything. So clearly,
Whoa, tier 1 is
tier
tier 1.
1 of tier 1s, because I had a crush on BD Wong as a child.
Yeah.
You had a
I-
crush on the scientist in Jurassic Park?
I did. But
Didn't we
I
all?
I didn't like Jurassic Park.
Oh, good heavens.
What did
no.
Motz just say?
You be quiet over there, Mr. I Hate Top Gun.
But he has to behave the way that he does because he's in the military.
Yeah.
You don't see military people yucking it up and having a good time. He also has to prove himself because he's the son of a general. So he has to behave because everybody's like, you got this job because of your dad, not because of your skills. And so that's why he is trying so hard to whip everybody into shape. And they're just a ragtag bunch of misfits that can't really do anything.
I get it.
Until eventually they do get to where they need to be. But he does come to Mulan's aid. Yes, Mulan actually saves the day. But he's also Asian, and I love me an Asian man.
Yes,
So-
as we've established.
I am giving him a tier 2.
Oh!
And it's kind of a reluctant tier 2.
Okay.
Because of the personality side of it. He scored really low in that area for me. But obviously, movie quality is great. He's very attractive.
But what
It's-
about his princeliness, Zach? You've been speaking so much about
his song
princeliness.
is amazing. He's not particularly princely. And I wasn't, I don't know. I was like, eh. Like, the thing of it is, in this movie, with a lot of these princes, he's kind of a backseat, like way backseat character. For me, I've never really paid much attention to him. I never remember his name. He just doesn't stick except for that song.
Okay.
So tier 2.
I've had a lot of female friends express huge crushes on Li Shang,
Smart ladies.
but
Yeah.
I am giving him a tier 2, and it's not a reluctant one. It's a pretty, like, for me,
think
I was
he
like,
deserves it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, just not a big fan. The personality I was not a huge fan of. He was fine, did what he had to do, but like it was all about Mulan and Mushu. That's what the movie's about. Song, fantastic. Movie quality, meh. So it was kind of landed in the middle of the road for me, where I'm like, I like it, but I don't love it. So
Okay.
yeah, I like Li Shang.
I'm not really convinced.
I like him.
I like him. It's fine. It's fine. Well, I mean, that's tier 2. That's fine. Next up is Hercules from Hercules.
Also called My Boy by Zeus, Sunspot, Blunder Boy, Wonder Breath, Herc, Mr. Destructo, Destructo Boy, Jerkules, Huncules, Kid, Rookie, Wonder Boy, Two Legs, Phil's Boy, Herkster.
Wow.
Stale Nobody Kid.
So does everyone he knows have a different nickname for him?
I just love how Disney lists all these as like official Disney doctrine. He's called Bicep Boy. Like that's
I don't remember.
My favorite DC
that
character,
nickname.
actually.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's just because Phil calls him all of these random nicknames.
Yeah,
well, a lot
true.
of they say who and by. A lot of them hate. Yeah, Hades does. Phil does.
And Phil,
Meg does.
yeah, and Hades.
He's 18 years old. His birthday is April 18th, and
Yep.
he's an Aries.
And as an adult, he's portrayed by Tate Donovan, but Roger Bart is the singing voice.
Yes.
Who will sing this? Who sings the great song "I Can Go the Distance."
Great song.
Hercules has strawberry blonde hair and blue wide eyes and wears a brown sweatband on his head. He is bronzed, not just filled out, but square-jawed, chiseled face, broad-shouldered, top-heavy, muscular and brawny, gaining larger biceps and pectorals and thickened neck, with his chest puffed out and his feet now nicely turned out.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
I-
a lot of
Disney Wiki.
attributes.
Disney Wiki.
Slow down, Disney Wiki.
Blame it
a little
on
hot
the
under the
Disney
collar.
Wiki.
A little warm in the bacon cave.
It is warm in the big game, but not because of that. And his sidekicks, Pegasus, Phil, and Megara.
Pegasus as a sidekick. Can you get better?
Phil?
One character can get better.
I think
and Phil's there, but
Maximus,
it's a flying horse.
Maximus is better than Pegasus in my mind.
Yeah.
No.
As a character, not as like a flying horse
Okay,
versus
because he
a
can
Earth
fly,
pony.
Joel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Earth ponies are cool too.
Maximus can teleport.
Because I referenced My Little Pony. Is that what you're
I
laughing?
know, just Earth ponies.
Okay, to me, Hercules is the tier 1-iest of tier 1 movies.
Oh, okay.
Sadly-
Movies.
Yes, you did just put Mulan. As
Well,
like,
I know.
Yeah,
but
wait.
it-
Didn't you say
well,
Didn't you say
movies.
that Lost
Movies.
Empire or Atlantis was a tier 1 of tier 1 of movies?
No, it's a tier 1 movie though. To me, I watch Hercules regularly because to me that movie
It's
is
so good.
a perfect movie. The worst part of it is actually Hercules, which is weird because you've got your tier 1 of Meg. I mean, she's the best. You have Phil, hilarious. Danny DeVito, great job. You know, I mean, I cannot argue. Hades,
Amazing.
amazing.
Yeah, he's great.
That one we'll agree with. Yes.
To me, the weakest link in it is actually Hercules, and I don't get really the Tate Donovan thing
Yeah.
because I only knew him
You should
from...
see Love Potion number 9.
That's all I knew it from. And I was like, is he really Hercules material? It's still a tier 1. He's still a tier 1 because everything else is so good
Yeah, so he ends up...
that it elevates Hercules to tier 1.
Well, I'm going to confidently put him in tier 1. I like Hercules. I think he's a fun character. I think, you know, he's naive but not dumb, and he's very attractive. Shout out to the swirly elbow that he has. Got a lovely little swirly elbow. And sidekicks and partners are fun. Go the Distance is amazing. Like it's like tier 1 I want song. And so yeah, I'm going to give him tier 1.
A lot of the princes we've talked about have kind of this ego issue at the beginning that they then learn to control by the end.
Right.
Hercules is not that way. I love his humility and how his drive isn't to become the best of the best. He just wants to reach his full potential. I love that motivation.
But he is trying to be the best of the best so he can go back to Olympus.
Right, but at the same time, it's his drive not to show off to others, but for his own quest. He's like, I want to get back to where I came from. And I love his song. I think it's a great song. He's a great prince, tier 1 as well for me.
A true hero isn't measured by the size of his strength, but by the strength of his heart. Tier 1.
Did we just all match?
Yeah, we
Finally!
did. Well deserved. I mean, it was the Disney Wiki that sold me on that one. The description of Hercules is
Well, and you have to...
it's where the elbows.
Spicy.
You know, the art. I know this is weird, but the art, because I love how they made it look like the Grecian
Yeah.
urns.
Although, fun fact, there's a whole Grecian movie, but Hercules is referred to by his Roman name.
Yeah.
It's Heracles, I think that's what it is.
Heracles?
Heracles, yeah.
Well, I would change it too.
I'd go by Hercules,
yeah.
too.
And fun fact, he's also related to Ariel.
Wait, what?
Go on.
Hercules' father is Zeus. Poseidon is a
come
brother
on.
of Zeus.
We're all
One of
related to
Poseidon's
Zeus.
many sons is Triton, and of course, Ariel is Triton's 7th daughter.
I'm my own grandpa.
That means Hercules is Triton's first cousin, and Ariel is Hercules' cousin once removed. I wrote that down.
What a family reunion.
Yeah. And I actually found this on relativefinder.org.
23andMe.
Now we have Phoebus from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
No, say his full name,
Nope.
please.
I don't even have it.
Phoebus de Chateaupeau.
That's pretty good.
If you do a
way
question-
better than the incantation.
Every time I
Zack
speak
was-
French, it turns into a question.
Phoebus de Roche de Chapateur.
He's from the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and he's portrayed by Kevin Kline.
He's
Wait, really?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I have
didn't know
not
that?
seen this movie in a longo time.
the trivia in Disney Wiki says a possible reason why Kevin Kline was cast as Phoebus is because the character's name ironically sounds similar to the first name of Kline's wife, retired actress Phoebe Cates.
Oh my gosh.
Also, she is seen in the Gremlins duology. So Phoebus is 31 years old. His birthday is August 3rd, and he's a Leo.
Phoebus is a muscular man with fair skin, dark blue eyes, shoulder-length blonde hair, and a small goatee. Hey, second one with goatee on the list.
Yeah, it's also a bad-looking goatee.
It
and
was a
the
thing back in
Dutch
the
boy
early
haircut.
2000s. He mostly wears
It
golden
was the
armor
1400s.
and blue
Yeah,
clothing
out of style
underneath
even then.
with a blue cape. And then he wears a white shirt with brown pants, too, underneath all that.
Yeah.
He is the only character in all of Hunchback that doesn't sing at all.
Which is weird because Kevin Kline
Yeah,
can
true.
sing.
But he does have a solo in a deleted song called As Long as There's a Moon.
and he's very good in the musical.
Is he?
Disney's Hunchback the musical. He's a very, very cool character.
So we have talked about how many of these princely characters, even if they're not princes, they do have a change of heart. And
Yes.
this is definitely a character that has had to undergo one. And he finds out pretty early on.
Well, his job in the movie is to get rid of the gypsies. Frollo has told him to get rid of the gypsies.
They're the Romani people.
This is Disney Wiki.
I know
I'm
in the
reading now.
Disney Wiki, but I'm trying to be
appropriate.
appropriate. They're Romani.
Blame
at
Disney.
This point.
I'm just going to read Disney Wiki. So the gypsies. Actually, though, Phoebus's character in the book is the exact opposite of his counterpart in the novel, in Victor Hugo's
always
novel.
a jerk?
Like in the story, he's a vain, untrustworthy womanizer who falls in love with Esmeralda just because of her beauty and doesn't really care about anyone else.
Nice.
And this one, he actually has a conscience, which I kind of like. But
And we're not talking about the book.
yes,
No,
that's
please
what
no.
I just thought it was interesting when I was reading that. I'm like, wow, I need to read the book again. Apparently, so his sidekick Achilles is the horse.
I will give him a tier 2. Think he's pretty cool.
That's about it, right? That's all you can really say about Phoebus.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
What's his full name again?
Phoebus de Chateaupeers. Chatapels.
Yes, I like the character. I think he's handsome. That's about it.
One of the favorites of Nicole D. Hell, we found out.
No, really.
Which I'm sorry, Nicole, I'm giving him a tier 3.
Oh,
I totally forgot about this character. I totally did until we got him on the list. I'm like, who's Phoebus? I looked at him like, oh, that guy.
you're like, the Kirkland John Smith. All right.
I honestly think I'm giving him more credit for the musical because he's like a really cool character in the musical.
Yeah.
But
Probably so.
that's more recent in my brain than the movie. But yeah.
I would think I'd normally give him a tier 3 based on his character, but he gets a tier 2 with the scores. He did edge some people out.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
What do you think, Chris?
Well, to me, because of the fact that he is able to look beyond people's physical appearance and their like birth heritage, so he doesn't want to go in and destroy the Romani people. Weirdly enough, this movie I had never seen until a week ago.
Really?
Wow, what?
Yeah, I had never seen The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So,
And?
How'd you feel about Frollo?
oh my gosh.
Not the chocolate-covered caramels.
Those are delicious.
Yeah, those are
those are
good.
my favorite. I have to say he is one of the absolute most scary villains. You know, they're at the miller's house or the windmill, and he wants to lock them away, and then starts it on fire. And he's like, "Why are you doing this?" And he's like, "They're not turning over the gypsies." Oh crap! I screwed up the Romani people.
I see.
That they've been harboring. How dare they? And he breaks in. I mean, he learns his lesson fast and is willing to do what he needs to save everybody. So, in my opinion, I'm with Nicole D. Hell. He's a tier 1.
Tier 1.
Right. All right. Next up, we have John Smith from Pocahontas.
I just like it's such a generic name, but it's a real name, and that makes me laugh every time. I don't know why. His name is practically an alias, by the way. He's portrayed by Mel Gibson, but he has a song, kind of. It's in Mine, Mine, Mine when they're singing that. You know, everything is mine when they get to the new land. The last few lines, he sings, "This land we behold, and a man can be bold," but it's not him. Mel Gibson does not sing it. It's a man named Jess Harnell.
Oh.
So
Who does Animaniacs?
does he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't he wacko?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was Mel Gibson doing the singing voice on this
Apparently
one.
not.
He does
According to Disney Wiki,
some,
it was
but
actually a gypsy.
Okay.
That did it.
Not all.
John Smith is a slender, muscular man who had fair skin, shoulder-length, light blonde hair with fringes on each side and blue eyes.
Ooh, fringes. And he dresses like a
With
conquistador.
a fringe on top.
He's 27 years old. Birthday
he
April
also-
17th. He's an
Did
Aries.
he also have a butt cut?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he has flowing blonde hair, though.
It's great hair. Great hair. One of the best hairs out there.
He competes for the
That
top.
jawline, good night. I mean, he's super handsome, guys. It's like roguish good looks.
And this was when Mel Gibson was in his prime.
Yeah.
All right.
His sidekicks, I guess you can count Miko and Flit. Kind of.
Sort of.
They work together. The whole concept of Pocahontas and the real history versus the Disney-fied version, very, very different one another. One of the things I just...
Are you telling me Disney's not accurate?
Sometimes not. But it's funny because they had Pocahontas 2, Journey to the New World.
Yeah.
But they basically keep John Smith as this love interest.
Well, John
completely
Rolfe,
ignoring-
who married
Yeah,
Pocahontas.
they completely ignore John Rolfe
Yeah.
for the most part. John Smith never married or had any children, I found out. I went and looked that up. So I was like, did he ever marry? Did he ever find love? With that hair?
But what's his tier?
Tier 3.
Tier 3.
Tier 3. John Smith is not what the movie's about. Like I know he's there to kind of Pocahontas can teach.
I would
all
argue with that.
But it's Pocahontas and Miko and Flit and Grandma Sycamore. Like those are the characters. John Smith is there, but he's kind of vanilla. He's a vanilla.
But John Smith is like the crux of the reason why Pocahontas went against her tribe.
He is, and I
and then
understand
he
that.
changes his mind too, and it's
I just
what
give
the
him tier
movie's
3.
about.
And he does leap in
Look,
front of a
I would
flying
love to give them
bullet.
all tier 3s. Or tier 1s.
You sound like me.
I'd love to give them all tier 1s, but John Smith is one that just kept going down as I kept ranking, and it was like, okay.
And the reason I argue is it's a tier 1 for me.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it'd be a tier 2 because I see him as
Now
a
that
tier
you found
2.
out he doesn't sing, you're still giving him a tier 1?
It's now wacko, so yeah, still a tier 1.
It's the flowing hair.
But it's
isn't
the
it?
flowing hair. I mean, yeah.
Great hair. So it's all about the hair, the bod?
And the conquistador outfit. If I could cosplay, it would be as John Smith. If I could
I think we just
cosplay.
found out your Halloween costume.
Actually, I really should.
You should grow out your
I should
hair.
have kept growing my hair out.
Yes.
Can I be Miko? Can we go as Pocahontas for Halloween?
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
This was a tough one because this was Mel Gibson's first foray into animated voice acting. And I remember being super excited.
Did he do any other animated movies? I'm trying to remember now.
The only other animated movie that I know he did was He was Rocky the Rhode Island Red in
Chicken Run.
And he does an amazing job with
He
that.
does.
But Pocahontas, he just missed it just a little bit. He just wasn't. He did have the amazing flowing hair, and yes,
As noted.
he did.
Guys, should we have
have-
included hair as a category for
Probably.
ranking?
Should
Yeah.
So he was definitely a handsome dude. And I do like the fact that he did leap in front of the chief of the tribe,
Yeah.
stop the bullets. Unfortunately, his villain was kind of mediocre. I'm not a big fan of Ratcliffe.
I like Radigan personally.
Yeah, me too.
Agreed. So he's tier 3.
Whoa.
Brutal.
Very handsome, beautiful hair, beautiful face, but tier 2.
Not princely enough for you?
No.
How princely is he?
Before you go, of course. No, I would say I love the conquistador outfit as well.
Yeah.
So he's tier 2, riding solely on looks. Just very handsome.
I need to start working on this Halloween costume.
It did
apparently.
have Christian Bale in it, so wouldn't he have been a sidekick too as Thomas?
Oh.
Okay.
Still tier 2.
Whoa.
Agreed.
Next up, we have Simba from The Lion King,
Played by, as the adult form, Matthew Broderick, as we're going to be talking about here.
but
Frankie
not sung by, which is like
Joseph
the Broadway
Williams.
star. What?
Yeah,
Go on.
why not have
I
Matthew
had no
Broderick
idea.
sing?
Nice
He
to
wasn't
know I'm not the
cool
only one
enough,
that was
they
weird.
said.
Simba, actually, this is about newborn Simba, but it just made me laugh. That was in the Disney Wiki. Newborn Simba was very small with a large head. Thank you, Disney Wiki.
So-
but then when he becomes an adult, Simba has brownish gold fur with a lighter cream color, accenting his belly, muzzle, and paws. He has large, bright eyes with red irises and yellow scleras.
Oh, I'm not the only one that can't pronounce things.
His upper lids are a deep tawny. His russet mane is now fully grown and covers the entirety of his neck.
tawny.
So rich.
Now, come on, guys.
He's very handsome.
When you think of like songs,
Great hair.
Hakuna Matata is a wonderful song. Can You Feel the Love Tonight is a good love song.
When he jumps in and it means no worries.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yes. Because you get Jonathan Taylor Thomas in the stuff, which is fun. But when Simba comes out as adult Simba, you're like, yeah.
5 different people voice Simba in one movie. If you have the newer version that has Morning Report in it, there's the speaking and singing voice for Simba, the new singing voice for Simba, and then the speaking and singing voice for adult Simba.
Hey, Joel, who's Simba based on in famous literature?
Hamlet.
Kimba the White Lion?
Kimba. Yeah, you're right. It is Kimba and Hamlet.
Hamlet.
Ah, yes.
Right, a very selfish character, or one who is seeking revenge at all costs. So
The
Simba is responsible
ultimate
for
play.
his father's
We're not
death.
tearing Hamlet, we're tearing Lion King.
So,
The greatest play of all
but
time?
He is Hamlet. He is trying to get revenge
Is he
on his
Hamlet?
uncle.
I don't remember Simba ever saying to roar or not to roar. That is the question.
Did Hamlet eat bugs?
Yeah, I don't think so.
So, by the way, he was born August 18th, so he's a Leo.
That's intentional.
Simba in Swahili means lion, so he's named Lion. Super dumb.
Hey,
Super dumb, though.
you think animals out in the
Hey, guys, what's up? I'm Human Done.
You think animals
the lion? I don't know.
I'm sorry, animals in the jungle have creative names for their offspring.
They could have.
They don't.
They had a whole parade for him. It's Lion, guys. New Prince Lion.
Simba is the first animated Disney character to have a villain as a biological relative.
Oh.
Fun fact. And his adult name was supposedly inspired by John Bon Jovi's hair.
He does have amazing
Fantastic
hair.
hair.
By the way, in the
great.
montage of Hakuna Matata, it's actually 3 years that pass.
Wow.
So he's like 13 human years old at that point when he's adult Simba. But in cat years, lion years.
he's like
I say
almost
do
done.
the math on
Yeah.
that. Let's find out how many.
Yeah, don't make it weird.
He's done.
Sidekicks, by the way, Timon and Pumbaa
Great.
and Nala.
Yeah.
Great sidekicks, although they are a bad influence on him.
I'm going to go with I would say partner for Nala, not sidekick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although she is the one, like, she helps him fight at the end.
Well, and at the beginning, I would say they're sidekicks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They're buddies.
But he's like a selfish kid. He sings, I just can't wait to be king. I don't like Simba.
I actually exclusively scored adult Simba for me.
Okay.
I
So
like
someone
adult
that
Simba.
falls in love real quick and
You
then
scored
seeks
adult
revenge
Nala.
to kill his uncle. I
Hey,
get it. Okay.
At least the person he fell in love with was in the same.
I like how
area
you're
as
acting
him.
like
His
it's a
sister?
bad thing.
His sister.
I like how you said it's a bad thing. He killed his dad. He should have just let it go.
It's Simba's fault.
Why not? The Pride Lands were doing fine. The hyenas were overrunning it. Simba's a jerk for stopping that.
This is all quoted by you.
Dang it.
He's a tier 2. He's a tier 2 prince.
I love Simba. I love The Lion King. The Lion King was the movie that made me excited about the Renaissance of the Disney movies. Everybody thinks, Disney didn't come back until
The Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid. Well, they had been making movies before that, and I actually really liked some of those movies from like Fox and the Hound, the rescuers.
The downer ones.
Can you like Fox and the Hound?
Yes, you can.
Can you like feeling like you're getting kicked in the gut every 5 seconds?
Great Mouse Detective.
Love
I like that. I like
The
that.
Dark Ages, though. Let's
Yes,
be real.
it is
Save
the
it for our
Dark
Disney
Ages.
movie ranking
Basically,
show. Oh, we already
Blue
did that.
Age. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But that's okay. But for me, I was super excited when I saw The Lion King. I love that opening number with the sun. Rafiki, I love Rafiki. Zazu, Rowan Atkinson is one of my favorite actors.
It's great.
Yeah.
Mr. Bean.
I love Mr. Bean. This is going to sound weird. Johnny English, one of my favorite spy movies.
It's fun. Kent hates it.
Simba.
I didn't say anything.
We know.
We can
you
tell.
hate fun.
We felt it.
To me, Simba, I also did adult Simba.
Yeah.
The tier 1.
Yeah. I agree with you. Tier 1. He's great. But I did score adult Simba. Kid Simba's a punk, but we all are punks as kids. It's fun.
Yeah. Being that the movie quality, one
Is
of the
so
highest ones
high.
out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
He's an actual princely quality. Literally, the prince next in line to become
Very princely.
king. Very princely. Sidekicks are fantastic. Songs are fantastic. This is a tier 1 for me.
Yep.
So Kent is the only standout.
I
here.
brought us down.
You did. You ruined it.
It's okay. We still like you. Next up is Aladdin from Aladdin.
That's at the top.
It is.
He's 18 years old. His birthday's August 7th. He's also a Leo.
Oh.
I feel like they're just randomly giving birthdays. I don't even know.
They probably are. Or maybe it was when they were drawn. Maybe they're actually doing it when they're
Oh, I
drawn.
like that.
Scott Weinger is the speaking voice, and Brad Kane is the singing voice
Yeah.
of Aladdin. Aladdin is a traditionally handsome, slender, slightly muscular young man with broad shoulders, black, messy hair, thick matching eyebrows, and brown eyes.
So Glenn Keane, the animator, was inspired by MC Hammer for Aladdin's look.
For his
It's those pants,
Yeah,
man.
and that vest.
By the way, Aladdin translates to devout of the faith in Arabic. Yeah. Sidekicks. Abu.
The best.
I love Abu.
Genie.
I'm
Yeah.
a
Yes.
fan of the carpet.
Yes.
I like
Carpet.
it.
Yeah.
Carpet's
like
great.
absolutely
But
the
it's
best.
all about Abu.
It's all about Abu.
But it made us love a rug.
Also,
Much Abu about nothing.
I'd watch that movie. Can't make that poster.
I actually will.
One Jump Ahead as
Yeah,
a song.
Whole New World.
Whole New World. These are like the tier one of tier ones.
Yeah, we're all trying to find that. Tier 1.
I'm so excited.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. Aladdin is not one that I enjoy. But that's because
We're not surprised. We're just disappointed.
Yeah.
it came out in 92, so I was in middle school at this point. So I was too cool for cartoons at that point, which is ridiculous because I'm 42 years old and that's solely what I watch. But it wasn't aimed at me. It was more marketed towards
These two.
gentlemen. And yes,
Well, because it was generally Disney princesses, and they're like, how about we try to make
Yes.
one about a guy?
Finally.
which I totally
It's
have.
like Sword in the Stone is
no
all we
problem.
had for the longest time.
And actually, I love the Sword in the Stone. It's of
course
one of
you
my
do.
favorites. It's in the Dark Ages. What can I say?
Indeed.
The Magic Carpet, I adore the Magic
Carpet's great.
Carpet. And he is a thief with a heart of gold. Because there's the scene where he steals the bread and then is getting ready to eat it and sees the starving kids and gives it to them.
Which they actually added in because they were worried it was going to make stealing look fun to kids. And so they said, let's make him a little more... And it made him kind of less sympathetic. So they're like, if we do this at the end, that'll enrich his character.
Okay.
And
You know,
it
but
did.
he does spend the majority of the movie lying to the princess and saying that he's a prince.
Who hasn't spent the majority of a day lying to their loved one?
I wouldn't know. You know, it didn't, in my opinion, age as well because of all of the improvs that Robin Williams did with like the Rodney Dangerfield and all of these very 90s references that were animated. You would have to sit there and explain to your kids if you knew who Rodney Dangerfield was and all of this kind of stuff. So I don't think it aged as well. Granted, all of this negative stuff, he's a tier 2 in my
Okay,
opinion.
tier 2.
Tier 1. Love him. Tom Cruise. He's cool.
Yeah, because he was based on Tom Cruise.
Yeah. He's very handsome.
Tier 1 of tier ones.
Yep.
I think on my matrix, I'm pretty sure this was the top one was Aladdin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Number 1. Movie quality is tops. Super chill personality. He's kind of hot. I mean,
Kinda.
Okay.
He's got fantastic hair,
Really
too.
fantastic hair. And a
Great
fez
hair.
that sits perfectly on top and doesn't even fall off.
I know. Never.
Yeah.
They're called bobby pins.
Oh, actually, I've worn it for a Halloween costume. I know. But in the best sidekicks, the songs are amazing. This is number 1. For sure.
Now we have Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
That's my beast noise. Portrayed by Robbie Benson.
One more time for me. Okay. That's Kent's gurgly tummy noise.
Now, we are judging him based on his human form. So Beast's human form is that of a tall, slender young man named Prince Adam. Did you guys know that?
So
they
when he
don't
gets
say
the
that in the movie
sword
at all.
It's-
When he gets the sword, right?
Unofficial, I thought.
Apparently, they say that they came up with that name after the fact just for marketing purposes, but it's been on Disney merchandise. They call it Prince Adam.
Like Dan Stevens called himself Prince Adam in the remake.
Yeah. So he is tall, has fair skin, shoulder-length light auburn hair, while also retaining his bright blue eyes, because he does change at the end there.
He's another Leo.
But,
August 15th is his birthday.
Well, and I want to describe him a little bit as a beast. As a beast, he has the head of a buffalo, the arms and the claws, and the body of a bear. He has the eyebrows of a gorilla, the jaws and mane of a lion, tusk of a wild boar, and the legs, teeth, and tail of a wolf.
That song kind of trailed off at the end there.
I can't do this whole song. It's a long description.
So let's talk about the background of the beast, right? At 11 years old, he was cursed.
Yeah.
Right?
I totally didn't cross my mind that they say it would bloom, the flower would bloom until his 21st year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Zach, like you're saying, like kind of like with Simba, every kid's kind of a punk.
Yeah. Especially if you grew up in a castle.
Yeah, so this is a very spoiled kid. Gets cursed and says you have 10 years to find true love.
His teenage years. He got cursed for a decision he made as a preteen for all of his teenage years until he was an adult.
I mean,
And you're awkward when you're a teenager anyway.
Yeah.
So.
But this does feel like a very Provo love story, right? He has to find love by 21. And yeah. And then he looks in the mirror, and apparently still no one really likes him at the end. People like him more as a beast than a human.
I was disappointed when I
disagree.
saw his face.
I like him as more of a beast as a human.
Yeah.
Do you? I think he's fine.
No, it's
I
like
think he's ruggedly handsome.
No, when he turns and he finally turns to that big turn to the camera, I was like,
That's
can
it.
Can you change back?
I think he's handsome. So do I get a finger boop on that?
That's a finger boop right there.
Boop, boop. He is the first male protagonist to not save his female counterpart near the film's climax, because Belle saves him.
Oh yeah,
And then kicks a dude off the roof.
Yes.
He falls off by himself.
I think
Convenient.
that you guys didn't know this, but Pascal was actually camouflaged. He tricked Gaston to fall off the roof.
So, fun fact, in The Descendants, the Beast is actually shown to be very sarcastic, to the point of playfully insulting his wife that he only married her because his only other option was a teapot.
Wow.
And 13 out of 17 people found that interesting.
Yeah, very much so.
I think he's a tier 2.
Well, and also, fun fact, the Beast is the first male character in a Disney fairy tale to have a role that is equally significant as the female's protagonist. Because they were, that was what I was going to say, is this is around the time, before this, the princes were kind of this one-dimensional type characters who come along and do what they need to do and then get out. But the Beast did have a little more to offer. He doesn't have many, like he sings kind of in the mob song a little bit. And then he does sing in part of something there.
Yeah.
But it's the best
She
part of
doesn't
something
shudder
there.
my paw.
Yeah, well, you got to sing it, though. That's the best.
When we touch, she doesn't shudder my paw.
That's great.
Yeah.
But he's better as
shake.
the Beast, so I gave him a tier 2.
Yeah, it's also I give it a tier 2 as well. I think his sidekicks match Aladdin's because the sidekicks are everything in the house.
They're amazing.
Yes. Oh, sidekicks are great.
Yeah, and the songs are great. The movie's a masterpiece.
But much like He-Man,
But he's a tier
Prince
2.
Adam is not as good as his counterpart.
Yep.
Chris?
We don't get to really see Prince Adam in his...
You
At the
glory.
dance at the end.
You didn't see him in
That's
a very
it.
Enchanted Christmas? No, he's
was
human
the
that one.
Beast,
Right,
as
yeah.
I recall.
Yeah.
I really like the Beast because, again, this is that push and pull. They're both the protagonists of the movie. Beast has the opportunity to kill Gaston. He doesn't.
Should have.
It's Gaston's idiotic nature that causes him to fall off the castle roof. I love Beauty and the Beast. It was like, okay, Disney's getting pretty good. I like the animation. I love Joanne Worley as the wardrobe. Fantastic.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one of the very few people that actually does like Prince Adam in his strawberry blonde flowing mane. So to me, the Beast is tier 1.
Okay.
Now we have Prince Eric from The Little Mermaid.
Holy cow, handsome. Oh, sorry.
Holy cow.
Is that... should I wait for my turn? Because I just want to say
Is that just tier 1 right there?
I think we have Joel's answer.
Portrayed by Christopher Daniel Barnes, is the voice of Prince Eric. And people say he was modeled after so many different people. Like you hear Tom Cruise.
He looks like Tom Cruise, yeah.
He does, but like I'm not sure if it's anything's official. He sings as part of the chorus, I think, in Fathoms Below, and he has a speaking part as there
He sings
as well.
Little Mermaid 2 as well.
Does he?
Has a wonderful song in the musical.
I don't remember that.
Very good.
He's 18 years old. His birthday is July 16th, which makes him a Cancer. Get it? Because it's a crab.
That's Sebastian.
Oh, wait, what?
Because it's a
I'm just
ranking Sebastian.
Can I read the Disney Wiki?
Yes, please.
Eric has fair skin, short black hair, and light blue eyes. Eric's primary mode of dress is a white long-sleeve collared shirt with the sleeves rolled up, teal blue trousers with a red sash, and black boots whose tops are folded over to reveal the light inner blue lining. There you go.
Excuse me.
Oh,
is that just perfection
Here we
you
go.
just explained?
His shirt collar is open to His shirt collar is open to the point that it reveals his clavicles.
Boy, does it.
Wait,
Ooh, scandalous.
what are clavicles?
They're the collarbones.
Right
Phew.
here.
All right.
I broke my collarbone, and so I'm jealous of good ones, and he's got good ones.
Yeah. He's the first spoken line of Little Mermaid saying, "Isn't this great? The salty sea air, the wind blowing in your face." By the way, Christopher Daniel Barnes, who recorded the voice, he was 16 when he did this role.
Whoa.
And they said they decided to cast him because he sounded older than his age. He sounds like a 25-year-old dude. 16-year-old kid. I didn't sound like that. Yes, I did sound like that. 16.
You want to know what I sounded like?
I've seen video of you in plays when you were a kid. You had a great voice.
Thank you.
You
Thank
did. Yeah, Joel.
That's all I had going for me.
Yep. What's your tier?
Tier 1.
Yeah.
Yes, tier 1. Yes, tier 1. Prince Eric is one of my favorite lines, 30 Rock. When John Hamm comes in as a character as one of Liz Lemon's love interests. And at one point, she says something like, "They say he was the model that they used for Prince Eric." And it made me laugh so hard because Prince Eric is the standard of handsomeness in Disney movies. Yep. So even though he doesn't have the good songs, Max is a great sheepdog. Ariel's a fantastic Disney princess. And I just think Prince Eric, tier 1.
He's a bit daft, though, wouldn't you say?
How is he daft?
Oh, I don't know.
He's raised in a bubble.
He fell in love. He was about to kiss Ariel, and then he fell in love with a girl that kind of looks
He
like
was
her.
bewitched.
Still,
Literally.
he's kind of dumb,
She used a spell.
and he's super awkward on dates. Actually, no, he's tier 1. Yep, I get it. Yeah, he's tier 1.
Chris?
Okay, he only wanted to marry the girl that sang to him.
That saved his life.
He was bewitched.
Exactly. And we have heard my opinions on The Little Mermaid
Yes.
and Ariel.
Yeah.
He's a tier 3.
What?
Rude.
He drives a boat into the villain to save the day.
Yeah.
So tier 1.
One of the
Freaking
best Disney
sweet.
kills ever.
That's like the best thing on Jaws 4. Jaws Revenge.
No, he's super handsome.
Did you just quote
He's cool.
Jaws 4?
Remember when he growls a lot?
Oh my
Well,
god.
it takes place in the ocean.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
So tier 1 for me.
All right. Once again, almost a match.
Now we have Robin Hood from Robin Hood.
He's a fox.
This is where it gets weird. Pretty much from here on out.
We got Maid Marian, and so I figured Robin Hood is fair game too. Portrayed by Brian Bedford. Brian Bedford was a speaking voice, but then they get Pete Renaday to do the whistling and humming.
Oh, what?
Apparently our voice actor couldn't whistle or hum.
His birthday is August 8th. He's a Leo. And Fox years are kind of weird. Let's try to explain them real quick. For every human year, it's 5.71 Fox years. So if he's like 20,
Wow, that's specific.
Yeah,
5.71?
Yeah, because we know this based on science, apparently.
Okay.
If he's like 23 human years, that makes him 131.43 Fox years.
It's a lot of fox years.
Yeah.
He's a man.
He's a. I'm just gonna
Go
read
ahead.
it as written. A tall, slender, anthropomorphic fox, easily the size of an adult man. He has scarlet fur, a cream muzzle and underbelly, and pale orange rings around his brown eyes. He wears a simple Lincoln green tunic with 2 brown straps under the flap collar, short sleeves like a t-shirt, and a small brown belt with a gold buckle on his waist, as well as a pair of matching green medieval-style shoes, but no pants.
I feel like you're doing a fashion show right now, and you're reading what everyone coming down the runway is wearing.
He doesn't really sing. He kind of whistles and hums.
Yeah.
But he's got Little John and Maid Marian and the whole gang.
Great, yes.
The whole gang. He can do archery, which is cool.
Mimicry.
Yes.
He can do a pretty decent, lady.
Yeah.
At the beginning, they,
'Cause
are
he's
able-
foxy.
Exactly. And because they're able to trick Prince John out of all of his rings.
So I think his great personality, his skills, which he has a ton here, and his motivation, they improve his number. He still only gets a tier 2 for me, though. Not quite a tier 1.
What do we think, Chris?
Well, to me, he is a little too greedy. I realize he's stealing the money to give to the poor, but it's like at the very end where he's
doing it for the glory of doing it.
yes,
Yeah.
and he's kind of selfish, and he doesn't really learn his lesson. He's trying to get those last bags of gold, and that's
Right.
what gets him stuck on the roof, and he has to swim out and all of that kind of stuff.
The last bags of gold for whom? The poor? Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Well,
That's the story, Robin Hood.
As a poor myself, I can relate.
And my question is if he's as tall as a tall human man, then how tall is Little John?
Huge.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, holy cow. And sorry, guys, he's a tier 3.
A tier 3. Okay.
I'll give him a tier 2 because I think he is devastatingly handsome.
That's a fox.
He is foxy.
I want to go as that for Halloween, but I don't want to be
Kent's
judged
going to be
for wearing
Kent's
a tail.
gonna be John Smith. You'll be
Yeah,
Robin Hood.
yeah.
The fox Robin Hood.
Beyond that, but tier 2.
I gave him a tier 1.
Yeah, I thought you would. You love this movie so much.
It was surprising me. Like, I was putting the rankings in, and I'm like, it is. I watched Robin Hood a lot as a kid, and it is also, once again, like Tarzan, it's that folklore of just like this iconic character from literature who has been around for decades and decades and decades. I enjoy him. I enjoy his character. His kind of nonchalant way of not being scared of things. I don't know. That bravery I kind of liked, and I looked up to that as a kid. I wanted to be brave like Robin Hood, and so I gave him a tier 1.
Prince Philip from Sleeping Beauty.
Portrayed by Bill Shirley in the original film.
He's 20 years old. His birthday's May 21st. He's a Gemini.
Nice.
Philip has a slim but fairly built physique, fair skin, brown eyes, and brown hair, which was lighter when he was younger.
He's the first Disney prince to be given a proper name.
Yeah, because he
crazy.
Before we'll
and
talk
a character. Let's be honest.
Yeah. But he actually does join in on singing "Once Upon a Dream" and scares Aurora, which that part makes me laugh every time, just because all the animals are just like.
In the Descendants trilogy.
Wow.
He has a daughter with Aurora named Audrey, and she's actually the villain of the third movie. Right? So, but scary. I do love this quote, though, because he says to his father about the arranged marriage, he says, "You're living in the past. This is the 14th century."
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty good.
Samson is his horse, and for some reason, that line in the movie, when Samson ends up bucking him off, and then he gets there, like, mad at him, he's like, "No carrots." We laughed uproariously about that as kids. I do enjoy Prince Philip. I think he's a fantastic Disney prince.
Prince Philip is the first prince to actually have a little bit more of a personality than just, hey, look, there's a prince.
Right.
I want to marry him. It's Aurora that has no personality, in my opinion. Maleficent is a decent villain. She's not my favorite. I know.
Aurora is
I know
little...
you guys are going to kick me out of the Bacon Cave and never let me in again based on all of my hot takes here.
Aurora is a little sleepy, let's be honest.
Very good. I mean, yes, she is stunningly beautiful. I will give that. Also, my niece watched this way too much before she discovered the Aristocats, and then that was her
You need to take control of that remote control more
30
often.
at this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. And so, and I believe this is Her Royal Highness Jessica Terry's favorite prince. I think she mentioned that to me at a Bacon Council thing. He is able to wield the
sword of truth, fly swift and sure, that evil die and good endure.
Yay.
So he can do the sword of truth and the shield of virtue to take care of Maleficent. He's tier 2.
Fun fact, I read this and I suddenly realized it. It says, like Aurora, he is also mute for the second half of the film. And I just thought about that. I'm like, yeah, neither he nor the princess talk for like, it's all Maleficent and the fairies, and that's all who talks. That was bizarre to me. I had this realization.
Yeah. Zach, what do you give this?
Tier 2, he fights a dragon, and that's cool.
Tier 1.
Tier 1.
This is Prince Philip.
He fights a dragon, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fights a dragon.
Like we're talking about
like
Maui.
this movie.
We were talking
patch?
about Maui being able to throw spears, which is awesome. But he throws a sword into the belly of a giant fire-breathing dragon.
but you
It's
have-
enchanted.
You have
It's
to watch.
awesome.
You have to watch all of Sleeping Beauty to get to that point.
You have to listen to beautiful music and watch the wonderful
What a
animation.
great fairy tale of Tchaikovsky
hate that.
music.
Meh.
That's the only thing that's good about it is the Tchaikovsky music.
Everything about it's
It's a
great.
tier
This
one
is a
movie.
masterpiece.
Baconsale approved as a tier 1 movie.
Boop.
Meh. All right, next up is Prince Charming from Cinderella.
Not from Shrek, as we pointed out.
Oh, that would be a tier 1 easy.
Because he's got that amazing hair.
So Prince Charming, if you don't know, he's the one from Cinderella. The prince is from Snow White. Prince
Never
Charming
know.
is from
Even
Cinderella.
after this, I won't know.
I don't know why I saw Prince Charming. It's basically just like every prince before before Prince Philip. But so he's voiced by William Phipps, who is speaking the original film, and then Mike Douglas did the singing. Prince Charming has a structural and muscular body with broad shoulders. He has fair skin, dark brown hair, and brown eyes.
So he's 31 years old. His birthday is June 4th. He's also a Gemini. He didn't really have a personality till the third movie.
So he doesn't have a
Cinderella
personality.
3, A Twist in Time.
A twist in time. And then he seems to be funny, romantic, and enjoy ballroom dancing.
He was also in Mickey's Magical Christmas: Snowed in the House of Mouse.
Colin again. Actually, he isn't really given the name Charming in any of the movies. But then in 1971's Disney on Parade, he says his name is Prince Otto August Ferdinand.
Although France, in a TV spot when they were advertising the Blu-ray DVD release of Cinderella, said that his name was Henry.
Oh, what?
So I don't know. Disney's not.
confused.
Henri.
Yeah, they've not really done.
Oh, now he
Henri.
speaks French.
Henri. Oh, this is a tier 3. This guy's boring.
Aw,
No.
he's like Prince Charming. That is a name. That is like
It's not. No.
like Prince Charming as a concept. Like people
It's-
have
as
used
a
that
concept, sure.
Yeah, it's Prince Charming. That's what
As
it
a
is.
character, but
So I'm giving him a tier 2 because I feel like Prince Charming deserves the respect of folklore.
It's a tier 3. His only assets are the movie he's in and his taste in women.
Yeah. He also sings "So This Is Love."
Yeah, that's
So
true.
this is love.
Chris?
Well, Cinderella is the one who frees herself, as we've already discussed, with the help of her mice friends.
And a fairy godmother, it's fine. Magic.
It's enchanted.
That's at the very end. She doesn't need the magic to get the key to.
But she
let her
does
out of
need
the
talking
tower.
mice. She wouldn't have gotten out without the talking mice that were clothed.
But that's okay. They need
Specifically.
clothes. I'd rather not.
Agreed.
Look at
I always
naked
liked that
mice.
she make little mini clothes. I liked that.
And the Duke does all the work to find Cinderella. If you're so in love with her, why aren't you out there looking for her? Lady Tremaine isn't that great of a villain. He's tier 3.
Tier 3, boring.
Yeah.
Very boring.
Agreed.
Now we have one of the strangest choices on a list ever. Bambi from Bambi.
The Little Prince.
The young prince. He's referred to like a dozen times.
His birthday is December 22nd, Zack, and he's a Capricorn.
Portrayed by Bobby Stewart, Donnie Dunnigan, Hardy Albright, and John Sunderland, because he grows up in the movie.
The word Bambi was derived from the word bambino, which is the Italian word for child or little child.
Isn't it weird, though? Like, he's a young prince. He's a male deer. But for some reason, Bambi has become like this more feminine name or female connotation.
Yeah.
I don't know why that
If it was bambino,
switched.
I'm sure it would be a different
The
look.
great Bambino.
That's baseball.
As an adult, Bambi has darker brown fur, a slightly muscular frame, and black antlers with 2 points. The wheat stripe on his neck and underbelly now stops under his head and continues above his chest.
I think puberty was hard on Bambi.
All
Much
of
less
us.
cute as an adult.
All of us.
Yeah, people don't remember adult Bambi.
I think.
Yeah.
People don't remember adult Bambi. He does have. I like his sidekicks.
Great
He's got
sidekicks.
Thumper and Flower and Owl and Feline, his partner. He's a deer. He's a deer in the forest, even though he is the young prince. And so,
Motivation, not much there. Skills.
he doesn't sing. There's no. He doesn't sing. There's drip, drip, drop, little April showers, and all those other songs.
cute.
There is music in there. But
There is, but and I didn't see Bambi 2, but I don't think it's going to
Electric Boogaloo.
It's not gonna raise my score. He's a tier 3.
Tier
prince.
3.
Tier 3.
Tier 3.
We agree. I knew we were going to agree.
And finally, we have, hold on, Prince Florian from Snow White.
Technically, the prince in the movie.
He
He doesn't get Florian until Disney on Ice.
This is a real made-up name.
He's 31 years old. He kind of... Joel, do you have a description?
That's creepy.
What? Yeah, he's 31.
And Snow White is how
14,
old?
I believe.
Yikes.
Joel, do you have a description of what he looks like?
The prince has short, dark brown hair with a full fringe and blue eyes. His overall outfit is royal blue sleeveless tunic with gold trim and cream-colored belt where he keeps his dagger in a sheath.
Very well dressed.
Yes.
To me, he looks like, let's say, someone who has kind of bad eyesight looking at Henry Cavill about 300 feet away.
No, so they actually had a bigger role. Walt Disney had a bigger role intended for the prince. They were using some rotoscoping animation techniques, groundbreaking stuff, because this was the first feature-length animated movie.
Right.
But once they found out that the prince was such a hard character, to animate, that they cut his role significantly.
2 scenes. He's in.
2 scenes.
Yeah.
But he does
makes out with a bird.
He does sing. He does sing one song as he
Literally
he
one
echoes,
song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the name is one song because she's singing "I'm Wishing." He kind of echoes her, and then he joins in, and she runs away.
And then makes out with a bird.
Makes out with a bird. What version were you watching?
The Disney version.
I don't remember
on
making out
Disney
with a
Plus.
bird. Disney Plus may add some things.
All right, so I'm going first on this one for our final prince. He has the worst personality, meaning none, worst skills, not attractive, and I think he's just really lucky he's in Snow White, the movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a tier 3 for me. For
Now-
the original prince.
I had the opportunity to see Snow White on the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that old. No, they were
1937.
I told you I was old. I'm an old. They were, in the olden days, they would, bring back the classic films to play on big screens. And we had just moved to Salt Lake in the early 80s. And my aunt took my sister that watched The Little Mermaid incessantly and me to go see it. And so for some odd reason, I do remember going to see it. Mm-hmm. It was a huge deal. And he's tier 3.
All right.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Very well dressed.
He is very well dressed.
Poorly animated, but you can't,
Right,
give
gives
him a
early
break.
on.
Right.
Yeah.
Give him a break. But I think he has a redeeming quality. Just kidding. Boring. Tier 3.
Oh,
No.
Are we going to end on an agreement?
yeah, I think we are.
No, we're not, because I gave him a tier 2.
What?
He's the original Disney prince.
Okay.
They were able to animate this guy in a way that had never been done before. And granted, they couldn't do much with it, but he was there. He sang his song. He was very well dressed. He's very princely because he's literally
Very
the
princely.
prince.
Very princely.
Like, he's just called the prince in the whole movie. And like I said, it wasn't until Disney on
Pretty
Ice
much
they
his
called him
personality type is Prince.
Well, in fact, Disney Latino, they actually called him Prince Fernando in that official one. So who knows what his real name is. But he is the prince, but he is a boring character. He doesn't do much. But I did give him a tier 2 just for respect for the first Disney prince.
I get that.
So
I think we only matched on 2 characters.
Let's check the numbers. Yeah, I think we only matched on Bambi.
that being the lowest,
and Hercules.
being tier
The
1.
highest.
Yeah.
Wow.
All of us got to put tier 1 for Hercules.
So there you go. There is our ranking of Disney princes. We hope you played along, and if you didn't, do it now. We have a list of 21 princes. You can now go through and give them 7 tier 1s, 7 tier 2s, and 7 tier 3s, and then argue with your friends about it. Maybe do a podcast just like this one. Kris, anyone you want to give a shout out to here?
Yeah, if anybody is interested, you can check out my Instagram page. I am at Old Lady Tries. I try all kinds of weird things. I haven't done anything lately, but I do have like some cooking stuff on there. Nail
You're a
art.
very good cook. Thank you for the cookies.
You're welcome. I do some nail art. There was my Godzilla nails.
They were awesome.
Are featured prominently on there. So if you want to check that out, friend me over there. Feel free.
All right.
Well, before we go, we'd like to thank our patrons. So starting with I'm the Listener, it's Lady Terry A. Finley, Shannon West, Chris Trout, Sean Sandquist, Just Plain Old Kyler, Jennifer Kilkowski, Britton Winterton, Babs, Alicia Bass, Adrian Gray, Glow Clan Daniel, Plot Twist Media, Adam and Rachel Crump, and Allison Gall. And from our Bacon Council, we have Nick Knack 40 Wax.
What?
It's Nicole.
I'm going to have to ask her what that means later.
Kris Anderson. Hey! Ryan and Marley Farron, Stephen Ross, Motts, Her Royal Highness Jessica Terry, our favorite couple, the Madsons, The Shadow, and Reverse Listener. Patrons, Kris, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We love you,
Appreciate
patrons. Thank you, Chris.
But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on Twitter. You can find me performing Quickwits. They perform every Saturday night at the Midville Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quickwits Facebook page.
If you want to find me on Twitter and Instagram, it's at Kenny3DD. If you want to read my movie reviews, it's ShowtimeShowdown.com.
If you'd like to connect with me, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Tumbling Mustard. But more importantly, make sure you're following Baconsale on social media. Go ahead and like that Facebook page and then stop by at Baconsale on Twitter and Instagram. While you're doing that, stop by tpublic.com/Baconsale. You can get yourself some merch, become a billboard. It's getting cold. I think you need a Baconsale hoodie, and I give you permission to buy that. tpublic.com/Baconsale. And if you like what's going on here and you'd like to support the show further, you can do so at patreon.com/Baconsale, where support starts at just $3 a month. You can get access to fun goodies like we mentioned earlier. In the higher tiers, you can get Joel's notes for the shows. You can get videos of us going and eating Italian food. all sorts of fun stuff. Patreon.com/Baconsale.
So until next time, from 2 Geminis, an Aquarius, and a Pisces, we wish you farewell.
It's my turn to rank the hotness.
Let's objectify some dudes.
Hey,
I totally don't mind being super shallow.
I have found in my research that Disney princes are very underrepresented. It's not okay. I like Cheerios. I went to Costco and they didn't have mustard, and I was mad.
Didn't have any
No,
mustard?
I went to Sam's Club and they didn't have
Oh,
mustard.
well, that's more.
Why'd you go to Sam's
on my hot
At
dog.
Sam's.
My buddy took me to Sam's Club.
Oh, wait, no, like the condiment mustard, they didn't have any?
Yeah,
Did you go
I got
tell them?
my $1.50 hot dog. No, I was sheepish.
You can, no, you don't-
Polish dog.
You can be sheepish and still say, mustard's all out.
me, the mustard is out.
And the Beast.
Is it a possessed tumor?
It's not a possessed tumor.
Not a possessed tumor.
Not a possessed tumor.
I think puberty was hard on Bambi. Most vibrant. There's a lot of volume there. Pantene Pro V. I believe he's very self-interested, and so I think that brings his personality down.
I thought you would just relate to him.
Kids like whatever they saw last.
She's 25.
But I like Johnny Groff.
I think we need more ice cutters in films.
What color was there first?
Flint counts.
Okay, Zack has got out a knife right now, and he's sharpening it on his tattoo.
Okay,
That's
why?
not how you sharpen a knife, Zack.
Fine. Attractiveness. Are you kidding? He's gorgeous.
Zachy Levi, can I call him that?
Oh, and Froggy Groff. I am neither impressed nor appalled.
Baconsale.
You know,
and then
men.
That's
James
his description. He's
Dimples
James Marsden.
himself.
You're not a himbo, Ken.
Thank you.
You're a well-rounded individual.
You seen Hop?
If you stand on the shoulders, you're still the tallest.
I'll be a himbo for Helga.
General John Goodmaniness.
Mickey's Magical Christmas :
Mickey, family friendly.
Oh, that's me at 14.
That's Ken asking if someone wants more fries.
That sounds like your Michael J. Fox impression.
Do you want to dance with me? Disney called Joel.
Seriously. Thank you, Phil Collins, for being Phil Collins.
Phil Collins didn't have to go that hard because he's got jungle in his hair. Gun sounds.
that he can,
Is that a gun?
yeah, we're,
Is it a gun or a duck?
Who's the screaming voice? But he is a tier 1 princess.
General.
Prince.
You be quiet over there, Mr. I Hate Top Gun. Earth ponies are cool, too.
Is he really Hercules material?
Shout out to the swirly elbow. Phoebus de Rock de Rock.
Back to Phoebus was my band's name in college.
That jawline.
Oh.
Good night.
So it's all about the hair, the bod.
In the conquistador outfit.
I'm not the only one that can't pronounce things.
Holy cow, handsome.
What are
the
clavicles?
They're the
collarbones right
Phew.
here.
All right.
As a poor myself, I can relate.
Gross.
You can't hold toes.